Well, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't want to talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats will tell lies and then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah, yo. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family on this good Tuesday, man. We back to get boxing. It's JusDueBoxing. Y'all already know if you catch this on the playback, smash the like button, sub to the channel. Come join the family. Come talk to your boy. What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling? I hope everybody feeling all pretty good, man. We got some snow out here in Jersey. Hope everybody is bundled up. I don't know what y'all weather like. Let me say what's up to the fam. Ace, what's good with the family? All love, bro. How you feeling? Barbara D, peace and blessings to the queen. Good afternoon to you. Showtime, the guy. How you feeling, bro? Dre Noble in the building. PGH Big Dog. Pound for pound boxing talk. Thrill Hill in the building. What's good with it? Just we snowed in today. Yeah, man, that snow kind of weak, ain't it? Pound for pound. But it got snow, y'all. Gonna wait till February to give us some snow, man. But it's all good, man. How y'all feeling, man? We back again with another boxing build, man. We gonna talk about it. 12 threes in the building. Was good, bro. How you feeling? Salute to you. Yeah, punch the like button for you, bro. And we gonna get to it. So I see, I know everybody was hearing about Canelo and his announcement. It's sunny in the RVA. Yeah, it's sunny, man. That's good. At least somebody got some good weather. At least somebody got some good weather, man. But yeah, man. So everybody, I don't want to say everybody, somewhat of the boxing world was kind of waiting for Canelo Alvarez to make his announcement today about, his next opponent and who he was gonna fight in May. And he went to a Latino broadcast, I guess, to speak on it, and he spoke in Spanish. And he ain't really to be honest with you, to be real, for this to be an announcement, it was pretty underwhelming. It was underwhelming. It's like you could have saved people the time. I don't know. I mean, that's people just happy to see you or whatever the case may be. Maybe that's it, but he really didn't tell us much. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of announcement this is. Like, this was worse than, LeBron taking his talents to South Beach, man. God damn, man. Like, he was supposed to say something, man. He's supposed to tell us something, bro. Like, how you gonna announce? How you gonna announce that, you fighting an American fighter next? Like, that's what you're doing. You're not fighting a Mexican fighter. You're fighting an American fighter next, man. So, yeah, it was a joke, bro. Like, what was going on with that? How you gonna just waste people's time like that, bro? Like, we wanted a real announcement, bro. You ain't tell us nothing. He ain't tell us diddly squat, man. All things in the building. What's good with it? It was some Hispanic broadcast. What is it called? Boxing Azteca or something like that. Andrew Gray, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Something like that. And he spoke in Spanish, so he really didn't tell us no name. He didn't say Charlo. You get what I'm saying? No Munguia. He fighting an American fighter. I mean, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but whatever, bro. That's a terrible announcement. And to think people was mad at LeBron when he decided to take his talents to South Beach. They was hot, man. This is much worse than that. He didn't tell us nothing, but I mean, look, I think certain signs still pointing towards Charlo. I don't know why they just want to announce it. Why he just want to announce it, not they. Why Canelo just didn't see it fit to say who he fighting. I don't know what's the big secret. I mean, for you to have an announcement and it be as, anticlimactic is what it was. You could have saved people the time, bro. You to be honest, to be perfectly honest, you could have saved us the time. Mike, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Appreciate you, Style. He life is all dangling from a cliff. I promise you, he did. And we sit here and we wait for the announcement to see where he was gonna go because he's still a hell of a talent, man. He garnered a lot of attention, and he damn sure demand a healthy paycheck every single time he step in the square circle. So we should want to know who he fighting. And I think being on the PBC side of things make it a lot more interesting because you would suspect or expect that his next opponent is going to come from that side. So I just don't know what it is. More boxing drama, I promise you. And he could have just put all this to bed by giving us an opponent. Say PBC on some BS. I think Canelo was on some BS, bro. He could have, you know what I mean? He could have spilled the beans. He could have told us what was good. You dig me? He could have told us where he was going with it. We shouldn't be, and that's that. I think to the extent too, that's what's wrong with boxing too. The way we get announcements, man, like you string people out, they're dry. You got everybody kind of clued in and focused on what you got going on, and just for you to give a damn half-ass answer like that, man, it wasn't no good. That announcement wasn't no announcement. I guess that was just for people that wanted to see him. Deep for the win was good with it. And I think his bigger announcement was he re-ing up his contract with them guys or something like that on that side of things. So maybe that was the news for them. You get what I'm saying? For us diehards, us boxing fans, we was looking forward to an announcement in terms of an opponent and who he was going to fight. It's cool to rule out people. It's cool to do that, but it's better to just say who you going to fight instead of who you not going to fight. You get what I'm saying? So I see the reports coming out about Charlo. I even seen a report saying that he was going to fight Munguia. It seemed like both of those reports are, at least at this moment, premature. And they took Jaime Munguia off the table, so I don't even think that's an option. Charlo, on the other hand, might still be an option for him. I mean, I'm not particularly too ecstatic to see it, but it is what it is, man. I just can't be surprised no more about Canelo at this point. See Irvin the Wiz, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Appreciate you stopping through. So yeah, man. Just wasn't the kind of announcement that you could look forward to as a fight fan. Skywalker, what's good with the family? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you in the building. It just wasn't the kind of, we wanted more than that. And I just don't know what the big secret is. I mean, May is coming up. You're gonna have to tell us something. You give the people something to look forward to. You get what I'm saying? Give us some type of something. That just wasn't it for me, man. Just a little disappointed in that. I'm not gonna lie to you. But like I said, I got some messages, so I did hear that it's still leaning towards Charlo. That's not somebody I want to see because, again, you know, I got to give him a little bit of pushback. No slight to Charlo, but I mean, how many fights Charlo had at 168? Are we counting his last fight at 68? You get what I'm saying? So I just don't like it, man. What's up? Fight David Benavidez is crazy. Not fighting David Benavidez is crazy, bro. Like, giving more people opportunities when they know they don't deserve it over that young man it should be criminal at this point. It should be criminal at this point. And I think you gotta, you know, I hate to do the blame thing, but you gotta put some of the responsibility on Mauricio Suleiman for not demanding that this dude fight Benavidez. I just don't understand what the issue is, what the holdup is. I mean, the kid deserved the opportunity. He positioned himself. Nobody deserved this shot more than him. And you telling me he about to go in another direction again? So that's what's disappointing about it. Like, I just wanted to see that fight because I think he deserved it. Get what I'm saying? Patient PBC to put out our schedule, just PBC. Oh yeah, I think what it is, 12. That's why I was giving them the benefit of the doubt. I think it was the them readjusting to, you know, not Showtime not being in the at the forefront, right? And them just going in another direction. That's why I was giving them the benefit of the doubt in terms of how long it was taking them you know what I mean? Salute to my guy D for the win. Andrew Martinez in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling? CD was good with it, right? Yeah, man, he didn't make her. Munguia might be the replacement for Charlo. Yeah, I heard them taking Munguia off the table, but I hear that I do hear that Charlo is still a possibility for this fight, even though I just don't care to see it. And the thing is, why he say he's fighting an American. So I think that takes, did I take Jaime Munguia off the table? Know what I mean? Sure, get put in the trick bag. I'm telling you, Icon was good with it, bro. Canelo's, Andrew, like, I don't know what it is. LaMarcus was good, family. Yeah, he just don't seem to want to fight that young man. And look, I'm a firm believer that man been fighting grown men since he was a teenager, right? So I refuse to believe that he's scared, right? I don't think it's a matter of being scared of that kid. I just think style matchup, man, it could be a tough style matchup for him if it play out the way I think it could, right? That's a big guy. He easily could be at light heavyweight, and you see the last time Canelo was at light heavyweight, it didn't work out too well for him. So I think he's considering the size of David Benavidez. Also, the style too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's scared, but I just don't feel like he's in a rush. Like, it's nothing that's telling us as boxing fight fans that, I'm going to fight this dude. Now, I've heard some rumblings to some degree that Benavidez could be potentially getting a shot in September. Now, if that is true, I would just shut up right now. I wouldn't even say nothing else about it. I wouldn't even complain about his next opponent if I knew a Benavidez was after that. But it's just hearsay for right now. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And, I like Canelo as a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Hell of a talent. He got a hell of a resume. You can't deny the work that he's put in. But you also can't ignore the fact that he's been spending the last, handful of fights or so for the most part not fighting guys at 68, which is frustrating. You get what I'm saying? I just want to see him fight somebody that actually deserved a shot, that actually want to fight him, that's going to come to try to win. And, those John Riders of the world ain't going to cut it. Inactive Charlos, people going to have an issue with that. Wet behind the ears, Jaime Munguia with a padded record. I think people going to complain about that as well. I think one thing you could say for sure, if you was just getting there with David Benavidez and give him the fight that he deserved, nobody would complain. I don't think there is a single person in boxing that will complain if he fought David Benavidez right now. Like, who the hell would complain if he fought David Benavidez? That's all. Like, I'm trying to understand the way things going as much as possible, but it's starting to look like it just come down to politics, favoritism. I don't know, status. Man, Canelo is privileged. I don't know. He's having his way right now. There's no real demand other than some fight fans you know, around the world or on the internet that truly want to see this dude fight him. But other than that, it's just like he getting a free pass to continue to give you fights that nobody is really asking for, and he fighting guys that's not at 68, which is also a problem. And it's frustrating as hell to continue to watch. Like, I don't want to see him bring up another guy from a smaller weight class. I just don't want to see that. You get what I'm saying? He too good for that. The smaller guys are not going to beat him. It's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough sledding for those dudes. But if you fight a guy that's hungry, young, big, strong, ready to fight, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, then we might get us our money's worth. You know what I'm saying? Mexican monsters, American. Yeah, you that. But I that the fact that he said he ain't going to fight no Mexicans, I think that kind of, you know what I mean? Beaver beat the brakes off him. Yeah, CD, man. Beaver showed him. Yeah, if he give us him in September, I'll shut right on up. I'll shut right on up. Go ahead, Canelo, do your thing. Go fight who you gonna fight, bro. But you fight Benavidez in September. If that's the case, yeah, tell me then. I'll shut right up, bro. Best shot for Canelo fight Benavidez down the road. Dave Benavidez is gonna get stronger, possibly, and he's just gonna get older. Andrew, that's the problem. He gonna get older. He's a mandatory. If you don't want that fight, strip him. That's what I'm saying, bro. Go good in the building. Was good, family. Canelo should give him the belts and finish his career fighting who he want. You want to hold the belts for who you want, which ain't fair. Yeah, man. That's all I'm saying. Go good. If you want to ride your own wave and, you know, just kind of pick who you want to fight because you feel like you earned the right. All right, cool. Which I still don't agree with, but at least relinquish the belts so other people could fight for them. You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Benavidez wouldn't be as adamant about fighting you if you ain't hold all the belts. You know what I'm saying? He got every reason to want to fight you. Like, I'm pretty sure he tired of toting them damn interim titles around that don't really matter. You know what I mean? They obviously ain't holding no weight right now. Zoom versus my bro. Peace and blessings to you, Brody. How you feeling? What's good with it, bro? And that's where I'm at with it, man. Just you know, fight somebody that's willing and able, man. All this strategically maneuvering around and using your status and the fact that I guess you bring in a significant amount of revenue to maneuver around fights that you know you're supposed to take. That's just tough to keep watching fight after fight. And you want to support boxing because you rock with the sport, right? You want to keep seeing it grow. You want, when there's a pay-per-view, you want to spend your money and support the product, but at least give us something that we could be intrigued about. You get what I'm saying? Something that we can be excited about. You get what I'm saying? Like, no more trick fights. You get what I'm saying? Like bro said, don't put us in no more trick bags, no more trick fights, no more setup fights. You know what I'm saying? No more gimmies, no more smaller guys bringing them up. No more none of that, bro. Like, just you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and fight somebody, bro. Next gen in the building was good with it. Kind of sad Teal doing more to entice Crawford into a fight than Boots is. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I think Boots, because Boots got a situation going on. I think that could impact the way things obviously are definitely going for Boots. You know what I'm saying? I spoke to Blizzard of the wedding cake. Salute to you, bro. That wedding cake you hit. Hilltop, what's good, family? How you feeling, bro? Frequent flyer in the building. Salute, bro. How you feeling? Another fan say Benavidez lost the belt twice, but I step in the ring. He doesn't respect the belt. I get it, but it's like this, bro. Do you hold them? Do you hold them? Do you hold those mistakes against him forever, or do you acknowledge the fact that since those mistakes, he's been on the up and up. He's been keeping his nose clean, and he's just been winning. He's been fighting and winning, and he fought back-to-back fights, in my opinion, in which guys were more skillful than him, and he beat both of them. You get what I'm saying? He beat both Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andre. I got respect for both of those wins. Like I said, all this dude has done is win. He made his couple mistakes, and he paid for them by being relinquished of the title, getting stripped of the title, right? You know what I mean? But like I said, since then, all he's done is win, and he young, right? You can make mistakes. It's not that you you ignore the mistakes, you acknowledge them, you see it for what it is, but you also allow a young guy to move past it and realize that since then he's really been focused and locked in, and like nothing tells me that he don't deserve an opportunity. You get what I'm saying? He really taking it serious. He focused. He winning the fights. despite him maybe not being as skillful as the last two guys, like I said, in my opinion, he still found a way to get it done and go out there and win. And I just want to see how he fared against Canelo. I mean, give him a shot. You know what I mean? Dre Smith from the building was good with it, bro. Look at my Canelo Alvarez. That's wild, Dre. Yeah, that for sure. From what I heard, I got some messages, man. That was all like how the young kids say, cat, cat. Talking about him leaving PBC. Yeah, that was garbage. That was some garbage right there. That was some garbage. He ain't going nowhere. As a matter of fact, like I say, he read up with whatever kind of situation he got going on with that boxing Azteca business. That's what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely was lying. Want to be surprised Boo Boo up next to fight Nello. That'd be crazy, man. I'd be pissed off. I ain't gonna hold you. Freaker said just Haney's Clan gonna pull some strings and see if he can get you guys Shakur the Haney versus Ryan undercard. I don't think he need to build his name back up. I think people are being unrealistic about fights and how you just don't have your best night every night. But I think as long as you win, I mean, it wasn't a debatable. It's nothing people could say. They could cry about that performance all they want. My thing is, when he look good and everything on the up and up and he dominating, people still don't give him the credit. So I definitely don't expect to hear people give him the credit when he don't look as good. You get what I'm saying? So I think his name is just fine. I just think it's been a lot of fickle as, spur of the moment type fans out there. You get what I'm saying? That they truly don't be behind these fighters, man. They look for guys to fail and then they critique them. You know what I'm saying? But he'd be all right, man. You know what I mean? Every night ain't gonna be your best night. Canelo fan. That's why they say to me. Nah, we rock with Canelo, man. I think people rock with Canelo. We just demand more from him. I mean, do y'all demand that a guy that's getting upwards of 50 million in a fight the best? I don't think we'll ever be wrong for that. You get what I'm saying? I don't think we'll ever be wrong for demanding guys fight the best. I mean, or being mad, you know what I mean? So Canelo made an announcement. It was some Spanish telecasts and need to believe his next move will benefit his people. Oh, I mean, look, I forgot. That's what else. I believe that the fight is for them over. It's going to be in Mexico. I think he said something along those lines, and it's going to be free for them over there. It's not going to be pay-per-view. That's what he said. So I think that's the way it's going to benefit them. I don't think it's going to be I don't think that's going to impact the opponent selection. I would like to hope it would, but I doubt it. Mr. Jannar Hill in the building. You think the reason why Teal had problems cutting off the rings because he's short arm reach. His arms look really short in the Ortiz fight. Man, his reach ain't the longest for sure, but I think, bro, it was just a matter of focus. You know what I mean? A matter of focus. And I think the fact that he's just not that good, having to constantly be on the front foot was exploited. The fact that it would appear that guys that box and move give him trouble. You know what I mean? Stationary targets, he's very successful and accurate. You know what I mean? Guys that's lateral movement in and out like Jermaine Ortiz, he obviously got problems with. So I think that's what it was. I think it was a combination of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Ortiz did a very good job at judging distance and range and slipping a lot of TO shots. You know what I mean? That's the most I think I've seen him miss in a fight. Think Teal versus Shakur's a good fight? Yeah, hell yeah, frequent. Of course, Kate calls in the building. What's good, family? Hell yeah, it's a good fight. Hell yeah, for sure it is. They had some words back and forth with each other. They asked Shakur would he go to Honduras to fight him, and he was like, nah, why would he do that? You know what I mean? But he'll fight him. Also remember politics. Boxing 3% of a Canelo purse versus anyone isn't even close yet. Canelo gonna bring you that money for sure. He'll get you that bread. Benavidez. Yeah, that's what the people want. We want to see Canelo go out there and scrap with Benavidez because that's the only thing that makes sense at this point. Instead of fishing through all these opponents and fighters and leaving people hanging and not giving us the right answer, just go fight who you know you need to fight, and that's the young David. if he don't belong on your level, just please, by all means, just go out there, beat that man up, show us he don't belong on your level, and I'll shut right up. Other than that, man, you're going to have to get this man an opportunity. What you going to do? Wait till he ain't in the division no more? It's crazy, man. Yeah, Boots' situation is unfortunate, man. I hate that for him. Be a bad call from out of there. I could use, shit. For me, bro, I ain't gonna lie, Jannar, I drank a lot of water. I ain't really had to take too much medicine though. And it kind of like passed right through me. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't his reach, his foot placement. He always kept his left leg in the inside for sure. That's why I feel like I say reach because that's always a factor, right? But I think the more determining factor was the fact that he's just, like you said, foot placement, and the fact that he's just not that good on that front foot and dealing with guys that are consistent movers. You get what I'm saying? Because we seen it in the Sandor Martin fight. Movers just give him issues. He don't look his best against those guys. You know what I'm saying? And I think that the book is out now. And if you can put up more consistent offense with the moving, then you got something right there, man. You leave people, you know what I mean, very small margin for them to complain about your performance. You know what I'm saying? Still face of boxing. Champy was good with it. I think the young Devin Haney got something to say about that. The young Devin Haney, we're gonna get to that too, because the young Devin Haney said he the new face of boxing. He the big draw. You dig? Was good with it, Cuzzo. Ashley's corner in the building. How you feeling, Cuzzo? Don't work too hard, right? Till need somebody like Subriel who'll be in front of him. Yeah. And then you know what I'm saying? Even that, pound for pound, that's gonna be dangerous, right? He'll have more opportunities to get his shots off because of the style that Subriel fights with, but it'll also be it come with a level of danger that he gonna have to prepare for too. So, you know what I mean? And it's funny because he says Subriel is the easiest at 140. He say he's soft and he the easiest. He called Subriel soft. I said, oh, Tio been talking crazy lately. He been going off. He went off on Crawford, man. Tio, we gonna get to it. Slime Entertainment was good with it, fam. England in the building. Salute, bro. They're gonna get maxed out. Dad said he the face of boxing. You dig? He said he the new face. He the big draw. You dig? Him and Ryan is a mega fight. You know what I'm saying? You put them two juggernauts together, they gonna do numbers, man. I'm gonna play the little clip from him. Alexander Martin get the door slammed in his face again for not getting that mandatory. I think it was a matter. I don't fully know. I want to ask about that. I'm gonna find out, but I don't know if he's completely off the hook from him, right? Maybe it has something to do with the timetable, right? And him having some time before he had to actually fight this kid or something to that effect. Got to be something like that. Got to be. You know what I mean? But that is crazy work that Sandor just sitting there on the sideline because he was adamant that he was getting his opportunity next. That McGurman tears was straight right. His fate will be inevitable. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's the thing. If you can't slow him down and keep him off you, and the respect is not there, then he gonna go for what he know. He more than likely gonna get to you and hurt you, bro. It's gonna get bad. It get pretty bad. You already know it. That because of the face of boxers equal to Teal talk about the pyramid. Shit don't make no sense. I'm telling you, he was talking that talk. Teal was talking crazy again about Terence Crawford. At this point, I think Teal is just clearly clout chasing. You don't want to fight Terence Crawford. You just want to clout chase Terence Crawford. And I think that's weak. Tasmanian Wolves was good with it. So Sandor Martin versus Jack Catterall. Frank Martin versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Teofimo can count Adam to secure a winner with Subriel Matias. Crooked Arm has done similar before. Yeah, he got two favorable matchups. He just got one against Jermaine Ortiz, but Jack Catterall is rematching Josh Taylor April 27th, which is my birthday. So I think that's on par for April 27th. Jack Catterall versus Josh Taylor rematch. And we all know Pitbull fighting Roly. Tio just got a favorable decision against Jermaine Ortiz. So I would love to see him fight Subriel. He said Subriel the easiest and softest at 140. So I would love for him to show me that. I would love for him to show me. I would love for him to show me that. Haney's in a bigger draw than a Pater or Pitbull Cruz. That's what he said, man. That what the young man, young Devo, was on it. So reporters core already re-signed the Top Rank. I hear some reports, Zoom. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a for sure answer on it, like from the camp. I'm gonna see if I can get that answer to you. But I heard, you know, because I see that they said he turned it down, and then I see that they said you know, he's supposed to have re-signed, and it's like I guess I gotta wait and see. Facts, Taurus, yes sir. So yeah, Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor set for their rematch, and I think that's looking like the day. Yep, you already know, Dre. That's what I got. I got it hit. I got it heat. I'm definitely gonna play it. Salute the punch drunk, but I'm gonna try to hear what Teofimo was out here talking about, man. Tio be talking crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Tio be talking reckless. And right, I think, like I said, at this point, I think it's just clout chasing. If you really want to fight Terence Crawford, then do it. You know what I'm saying? And do exactly what Punch Drunk suggested in his interview. So again, salute the Punch Drunk boxer. Man, salute to Tio. You know, I don't dislike Tio at all, but he be all over the place. He a little shout out. But listen to this little clip, y'all.
Elevated you as a super champion. So would you petition the WBO to make you the mandatory to Bud Crawford at 147?
You know, you just gave me a good idea. Yeah, I should. I'm sure Paco would like to do that anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. He right from the rip, he asked him a good question. Would you be willing to petition the WBO to go up there and challenge Terence Crawford? Yeah, I should do that. When I hear, yeah, I should do that, I don't hear, yeah, I want to do that. I'm going to do that. Yeah, you gave me a good idea. Yeah, that is a good idea. All that stuff is true. Yeah, you could do that, but are you going to do that? That's the question. Or are you going to continue to do interviews and clout chase this man name knowing he got obligations with Errol Spence? Like, what we doing, T.O.? Come on, man. Just keep being dope. Just keep being dope. You had another shaky performance. The last thing you need to do is be clout chasing Crawford. If you look like that against Jermaine Ortiz, Crawford will beat the absolute hell out of you, man. And it won't even be close. You get what I'm saying? That man will make you look real bad in the ring. That's not the guy to play with. Stop clout chasing him. Like, I hate to use that word, but that's clearly what that is, because you have no real intent in fighting him. And I don't know if Punch Drunk understood how good of a question that was right from the rip, bro. Would be willing? Like, that cut out all the fat and all the BS. Do you really want to fight the man? Because that's what it's really all about when it's said and done, is seeing these fights. And look, I think it could be an entertaining fight. Would he win? Hell no. I think his chances of winning against Terence Crawford is very slim. But again, my question to him are you going to continue to clout chase him, or are you going to really fight him? You get what I'm saying? Like, won't you petition? Won't you do exactly that if that's who you really want to fight? You get what I'm saying? If you want me to believe that you'll fight this guy at 47, you got to at least show me that that's where you're going to go. I just don't believe it, bro. I don't see it. Rosa Parks, the Great Pyramids on the race, the human race. Go Web, go is crazy. We like Ortiz Jr. next fight. Man, it's sticky. I know they ain't gonna give him no big name, man. I would like to see Ortiz versus Jesus Ramos. I'd like to see Ortiz versus, Zoo would be good. Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin would be good. You get what I'm saying? All them fights would be good for me. I mean, Sammy, what it do, family? How you feeling? So you really looking for a payday? I think he's just looking for some attention. Anthony was good with it. But damn, let me play the rest of this though, y'all, real quick. Let me
elevated you as a super champion. So would you petition the WBO to make you the mandatory to Bud Crawford at 147?
You know, you just gave me a good idea. Yeah, I should.
He should.
I'm sure Paco would like to do that anyways.
No, would you like to do it?
Because he got you as super champion, so he got to do now is petition. Because I think that would be. I think that's
I ain't never petitioned in my life. You know that.
That's very telling.
You never had a marinate a good fight. You wanted Loma, you got Loma. You wanted Taylor, you got Taylor. Now you calling out Bud Crawford. Hey, it may come soon. Man, yeah. The manager. Top rank petition that to the WBO get Bud Crawford. If he runs to 154, then you know that he ran from you.
Crawford is a human.
Now, if he go to 154, no, you don't know he ran from him. If he go to 54, then it will probably be to fight Errol Spence, like we knew was always a possibility anyway. Keyword, possibility. Salute to my guy, Gertz. You know, get what I'm saying? So miss me with that, and respectfully, like, don't do that. Don't put that in Crawford. What the? Why? Just give us one reason in the damn world why Terence Crawford will run from Teofimo Lopez after what he just looked like against Jermaine Ortiz. And much respect to Jermaine Ortiz, but if you was really that guy, one of those 4 kings, you was supposed to beat that dude in convincing fashion, if not dominate him. You get what I'm saying? I ain't expect you to stop him. Get what I'm saying? Jermaine Ortiz is a pretty tough kid. You get what I'm saying? Got a little beard on him. I ain't expect you to stop him, but you look shaky again. You gave me Sandor Martin vibes again. You get what I'm saying? So miss me with that. Won't you? If you really want to fight him, do what Punch Drunk just said and go petition and go fight that man. Yeah, I should do it. Such and such would like to do it. Probably like, no, would you like to do it? Notice how he just passed the buck. He threw it on somebody else. No, would you like to go fight him? Would you go over there and fight him? Would you like to go up there and fight him? But now he probably just gonna continue to do these interviews talking about him. It's probably safer for him. You know what I'm saying? Now, facts, they running from him is crazy. He had no petition. He's been given these opportunities. So what you mad about for facts? And that's what Punch Drunk said too. You ain't have to petition you because you got them fights. You got the ones you wanted. But again, if this is in fact the fight you really want, then there's an avenue for you to pursue this fight the right way, the correct way, other than sitting in these interviews trying to diss him.
Top rank petition that to the WBO get Bud Crawford. If he runs to 154, then you know that he ran from you.
Crawford is a human,
That's
just like me.
That's wild.
We bleed the same. He just uglier. That motherfucker ugly, ugly, fucking ugly.
Know that he ran from you.
Crawford is a human, just like me. We bleed the same. He just uglier. That motherfucker ugly, ugly, fucking ugly. I don't know how this man gets fucking. I don't even know how he get John. Like, I don't. Nigga's ugly.
You hear him?
He just uglier. That motherfucker ugly, ugly, fucking ugly. I don't know how this man gets fucking. I don't even know how he get John. Like, I don't.
Look how he disrespecting Crawford.
Shit, but he even fights ugly. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Man, we're gonna have to call that out when it happens, man.
He fights ugly.
Niggas ugly. Shit, but he even fights ugly. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Man, we're gonna have to call that out when it happens, man. Overall, though, other than that,
why not call out Shakur Stevenson? Why Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, 135? That would be a hell of a fight right there. Why they don't fight?
Because they butt buddies.
Oh.
Call Shakur and Keyshawn butt buddies.
Other. They're friends, like good friends.
Who's guys? Salute OG. How you
but
feeling?
They good friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, when did boxing become a friendship?
Like you was friends with Rolly and you like, fuck it.
I said, freak that, man. You in my weight class. You a champion. I'm a champion, but I'm the king of this division. So F you.
That's not why y'all not cool, though. You lying about that.
I mean,
see, that's what's the difference between you and other fighters. Like, yo, I wasn't raised in this boxing stuff with you. If you in my way, man, you in my way of my greatness.
James was good with it, bro. Like, yeah, I you know, Punch Drunk doing what he's supposed to do. T.O.'s, man. Respect to him, man. Good couple questions, though, and he made some good points right off the rip. Look, would you be willing to petition? That's a straightforward question. You ain't got to sit here and clout chase him. You ain't got to talk about how ugly he is as a fighter. You don't got to sit here and talk about how ugly he fight. You don't have to do that. You really have an avenue that you could pursue if you really wanted that fight. Respect to T.O. He's still a hell of a talent. He a bit of a wild card, you get what I'm saying? But nonetheless, we know at his absolute best, he's a pretty good, entertaining damn fighter to watch, right? But you know that saying, man. People say you're only as good as your last, and your last outing it just wasn't nothing to write home about. You get what I'm saying? You went out there against Jermaine Ortiz, and he visibly frustrated you with lateral movement, in and out movement, utilizing the ring, and your impatience caused you to go out there and just look shaky. At best, you look subpar. You couldn't get your offense on track. He exposed your lack of, IQ on the front foot and your willingness to cut the ring off. You showed how impatient you was. He frustrated you visibly multiple times. Like, it just wasn't a good showing. And then after showing like that, you go out there and you tell the fans the SMD pretty much. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I don't see how the response is that to the fans because they booing you because you didn't look good. You deserve to be booed. You look subpar. You promised, you was going to deliver. Said you was going to knock this kid out. You said a lot, but you go out there and then you look subpar and then you blame it on the people. Get what I'm saying? That ain't it. So people to get a real interview. I'm telling you, not real talk, cuz to say Terence Crawford is ducking him, avoiding him, any of that is crazy. Jay Hughes said punching him on racing just like they boy Tio. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. That's crazy. Call names only get you beat up in the streets. Till sad attempt to get shine should not be rewarded. Nope. Should be rewarded with an ass whooping, punished with an ass whooping. He should really. I wish he would pursue a fight with Bud Crawford. Fight EJ or get his belt back, his boots at 147, his weight class. True. But I just need to pull T.O. card one-on-one in person. I wonder what he think about these remarks that he was making about him. You know what I mean? Like, he said, nah, this is ugly. This ugly. This MF ugly. Like, I don't even know how he get John, whatever it is he said, right? Like, you just went in on Crawford for no reason. Like, look, bro, he been caught chasing the hell out of Crawford for a minute. He been doing it for a little minute, bro. Still been caught chasing the hell out of Crawford, man. Damn, did I delete it?
Ain't no conspiracy. The boy's trying to save Crawford too. They trying to save Crawford too. Oh my. Yeah, man. I really destroy careers, baby. Yeah. Call it crazy all you want. When did greatness become crazy? When did greatness become crazy? If greatness is crazy, then that man is a lunatic over there. That means Muhammad Ali is a lunatic. That means Roberto Duran is insane. I just want to be famous. But it's okay. The truth always prevails. For God says the last word. He has the last word. Not Teofimo. Nah. How did I get these 10 rings? How did I earn them? Now I'm gaining 20. Greatness is where it draws the line between the rest, between the legends. And if you don't quite understand that part, get the out of my sport. Or you know what? We'll make you get out of the sport. 26, baby.
Wanting a fight with Terence Crawford. Why do you want to fight with him so bad?
Because out of despair, out of a mountain of despair, a stone of hope. And that's what it's all about. Isn't it about the best fighting the best? He's only one class away from me. Canelo is 3 weight classes away from him. So what makes it more of an ideal fight? Come on now. But I think it's the fear of the unknown that get people not wanting to take the action. So when I'm victorious on Thursday, yeah, we make the fight happen. He's going to definitely want tons of money to face me. Yeah, however, we could talk about maybe even it being out there in the Middle East, or maybe it's just a good investor that I may have and I could bring on to here. Maybe if I just let them know how much of the turnaround can be if they invest in me and Crawford, we'll have a fight in the United States of America.
This man went from the Middle East to the United States of America, bro. And P. Hunter, he ain't lead the PBC. Rick Glazer was just glazing because he was, I don't know where he got that from, but he ain't damn sure ain't announced no such thing. Yeah, Terence Crawford will beat the absolute hell out of Teofimo, in my opinion, and it'd be bad for him. Like, he thought he was still asking if he still got it against Sandor Martin. Terence Crawford really have him reconsidering his boxing career. I'm telling you, Terence Crawford do him something bad, man. Tony Vandross Williams Jr., appreciate you stopping through, Queen. Peace and blessings to you. How you feeling? Chill, think he look good, calls someone ugly. Yeah, he called Crawford all types of ugly, man. Rather see Devin Haney and Crawford. Yeah, that's an absolute one of the worst fights. He look like he got reconstructing nose. Schizophrenia. Oh, damn, Gertz has a good one. Sammy said this dude is clearly unwell. Somebody else had said that to me too, Sammy. It was just because he be all over the place. I try to give him a break. I said that he reading a lot, and I think instead of processing the information, digesting it, and getting what he's supposed to get out of it, he just coming back reciting the stuff before he able to really learn and understand what he reading, and he coming off as a not so smart guy. You get what I'm saying? But nah, Crawford will do Haney something bad too right now. Respectfully, in my opinion, that would be too much for him right now. In my opinion, right now, that's levels right there, and that's not one that I don't think he ready for that. But Teo either. No, none of them young dudes gonna just jump in there. You know, the youngest guy, the young guy that got the best shot at he getting in there doing something with Crawford, in my opinion, this is my opinion, is Jaron Ennis. Other than that, somebody coming up from 140 to fight him right now is gonna get hurt. I mean, Rick Glazier, yeah, he bogus, Dre. He bogus. Mike Biggs, boxing, my bro. How you feeling? Ramon in the building. What's good, fam? Norp is in the building. What's good with it, bro? Fish Grease. What's good, fam? Timmy Turner. He works the rollie on that troller. Yeah, man. He just went in on Crawford, but I told y'all, I just played those couple of clips just to highlight his focus on Terence Crawford and why that, to me, appears to be clout chasing. Like, I wish it was serious. You know what I'm saying? But I think he'll get damaged something serious in that fight. And I think his pops know full well Terence Crawford ain't nobody to play with. You could talk behind the microphones in them interviews where it's safe. But again, remember, Terence Crawford, that's Mr. Focus on your fight for you not make it to your fight. You ought not be playing with him like that. And Terence Crawford will pull up on you. He'll catch you. He'll pull up on you, bro. Announce it. Yeah, Josh Taylor. I don't know if you was in here when I said it, Jannard. Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall, their date should be April 27th, I believe, the date for them. Definitely they rematch for sure. Yeah, you probably wasn't in here when I had said it. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate that anyway. Yeah. Daniel, what's good? What he said? How's it clout chasing? The Crawford is 147-pound guy. He's trying to get a belt. He's only calling Crawford out, trying to become a 3-time champion. Now, okay, Daniel, we're gonna talk about it, right? Because look, over here, it's free to have your opinion. It's never an argument. It's always a conversation. I see what you said. I acknowledge you. Say, how's it clout chasing? You're the only one calling out Crawford. Why I call it clout chasing? You just tell me, don't change. You don't have to change your mind. My goal is not to change your mind. It's for you to just understand where I'm coming from. I get what you're saying because that makes sense. But I feel like the way he going about it is in a clout chasing manner. Every time you turn around, now all of a sudden he's speaking about Crawford, where you could fight him at the Middle East. Oh, he gonna bring on a big investor. Terence Crawford is gonna want all of this money to fight me. We could be a big fight. Yada yada yada. You get what I'm saying? Terence Crawford is ugly. He even fights ugly. I don't know how he does this. You get what I'm saying? To me, it's a lot of trolling. And then Punch Drunk just asked him in the clip that I played, would you be willing to petition with the WBO to go up there and fight him? And he says, you know what? I never thought about that. You just gave me a good idea. I might do that. Such and such like that. And he didn't say he might do it. He said such and such might like it. Some name he said they might like that, but he never said he'd do it. So to me, it's clout chasing until you actually put some action behind them words. And how are you calling out a guy that is contractually obligated, tied into a whole nother fight with Errol Spence? And he knows that. He knows full well what he's doing. You get what I'm trying to say? He knows that. How the hell could you be waiting for a guy that's waiting for a guy to finish his business with another guy? You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's clout chasing to me. And when you say everything, what's the saying? They say everything but let's fight. That's what Teo is doing. He's saying I would fight him. He's not saying I want to, and I want to go up there and actually try to challenge him. He making it sound good. And I can bet you this. I can bet you bottom dollar, bro. He won't make one single attempt to go up to 147 and fight no Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, they in the boxing circles the same way we are. I mean, closer, more so than we are, because he actually boxed, right? He know full well Crawford ain't got that many fights left. So what is he gonna do? Clout chase while the getting is good. Terence Crawford name is hot, and that's the name that he going after. But Make no mistake, he has no intent on going up to 147 and facing no Terence Crawford. If he did, for starters, I would have the utmost respect for him. I will definitely watch the fight. I would pay for it if need be. And I think it'd be a bad fight for him, but I would respect it. But I guarantee you that's not something he's going to do. This is like, think about this, y'all. I'm going to put this in perspective. Terence Crawford, Teofimo Lopez is the same guy that just told a reporter that he's going to stay away from the Devin Haneys, the Tank Davises. You get what I'm saying? The Shakur Stevensons. He's going to stay away from them guys because fighting them is like fighting against the networks, the judges, the promoters, all this BS. He said he's going to stay away from all of them. So you want me to believe he's going to stay away from all of those guys, but all of a sudden, yeah, he's going to get balls, get brave, and he's going to jump up to 47 to face Terence Crawford, man. After the way he just looked against Jermaine Ortiz. The only thing missing from the performance on Thursday was the infamous line at the end of the fight was, "Do I still got it?" That's the only thing that was missing from that performance because it looked exactly like the Sandor Martin type performance. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Minus a knockdown. Mike Kirkland, what's going on, brother? How you feeling, my good brother? Salute to you, bro. And salute to the other Mike, my other guy. Teal's not big enough draw to fight Crawford, but looking for big fights. And you get what I'm saying, Irvin? That's why he said Terence Crawford wanted a lot of money to fight me. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I could bring on an investor. Like, you talking crazy. When have you ever brought on an investor to make a fight? He just be talking. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I like Teo, but I know the difference between, real shit and BS. And that's, to me, that's BS to me. Like, he just talking, man. He tell you gonna bring on an investor. He literally went from the Middle East to, we gonna fight in the United States of America in seconds, bro. In seconds. When did you ever see that this dude calls those kind of shots? This the same guy that be complaining about fighting in them smaller, ballroom arenas? This is the same guy. You get what I'm saying? He got to chill. I like him, but he got to chill. You have no intent on fighting no damn Terence Crawford. You're not going to convince me that. Good luck trying to convince other people that. But I like him as a fighter, but I think it's a bit coming off as like clout chasing. You just talking a hot name right now. You know what I mean? Terence Crawford. And like, fighting him is nobody in boxing that wouldn't respect you if you got in the ring with Terence Crawford, win, lose, or draw, especially if you beat him. You get what I'm saying? And you know that. You know full well what's going on. Like I said, it's not a lot of intent behind those words. He's just talking. You get what I'm saying? Being a fighter. He ambitious, but I just don't think there's no real intent behind what he's saying. I think it's just he just riding a wave right now. You know what I'm saying? And he tripping. He's just saying, but if you already called out 2 top number 1 fighters and beat them, the next guy will be Crawford in the next weight class. Not trying to pick a side, but yeah, I listen. It's always a conversation. What you saying, it don't sound crazy, right? That don't sound crazy, but I'm gonna just tell you this, right? Because it's always a conversation. I can't stress that enough. What I'm saying is not fact. That's just my perspective, right? I think it's pretty logical. What you saying makes sense as well. But just follow me here. Being that we both established we get where we going, pay attention to what he do from this point forward. See if you get what I'm saying? Punch Drunk, salute the Punch Drunk. He asked him, would you be willing to petition the WBO to go up there and fight him? He said he never thought about that. He never did that before, but see what I'm saying? Might be a good idea. So he just gave him a good idea. So let's see if he's willing to pursue, because that is one avenue that he could pursue if he actually was serious about fighting Terence Crawford. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I like Teo, but I think he's just selling it right now. You get what I'm saying? I think he's just selling it a little bit. Beat in boxing news. Peace, bro. How you feeling, man? Don't work too hard. Teo Lopez fight only ugly fighters. he called Terence Crawford ugly. Devin just agreed to fight Garcia the day after Teofimo's fight, and Matias has a contract. So who else? I get it, but I look at it this way, Daniel. It's a little early because he just fought. So do you really think that he has full intentions on fighting Terence Crawford, who he knows is contractually obligated to fight Errol Spence? It's all premature. That's why I don't believe it. You get what I'm saying, bro? If Terence Crawford was free, or even if he was positioning himself to move up to 47, I would start to take it more serious. Right now, it's just like an empty call out. Respectfully, I hear him because I'm here talking about it, but I don't really take it that serious until I see him make a move that would tell me, hey, man, he moving towards trying to fight a Crawford. You get what I'm saying? Is that fair? Like, right now, he's just talking. I ain't saying he won't do it, but what I'm saying is I don't feel that he is going to do it. You get what I'm saying? So I think them being a weight class apart is going to be the first roadblock. And when has Teo really expressed any interest in truly going up to 147? And you think the time that he do it, it's going to be to fight Terence Crawford? You get what I'm saying? Like that. I get it. He fought the Loma, boom, got him out the way. He fought Josh Taylor, boom, got him out the way. You like, hey, look, these other guys tied up. He calling out names. The next likely name, logical name is Terence Crawford. But I most certainly bet you that is not in his plans. He just talking, man. He making it sound good. And I like Teo. Know what I mean? Teo called himself a clown to tell you all you need to know. Salute to my brother Mike Kirkman putting that cover in the chat for the good boxing talk you bring. Much love and appreciation. Always supporting the grind. Salute to my brother Mike Kirkman.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
You stupid bug gonna knock Teo out from the waist up. You know it. Gonna be a tough fight. I was doing everyone in the chat. Have a great day. Appreciate you, Andrew. Much love, bro, man. You have a good one as well, bro. Why don't Teo fight Haney? That's a nice fight at 140. Belts on the line. Yeah, it's a great fight. I just think it's one fight at a time. I think we seeing what Dev got going on with Ryan Garcia right now. So I think you allow Teofimo to go back to the drawing board, at least take a little bit of time off and get back to it. I think that should be a foreseeable fight in the future, right? I don't see no reason in the world why Teofimo and Devin Haney can't fight. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna make an early pick, if you will, based on what I've seen in fights where guys are disciplined in the regards of moving around the ring and not being stationary. Oh man, like Teofimo had fits with Devin Haney stylistically. Now, it'll be a good fight still, but I think stylistically, I think Devin Haney really give him fits. And I think that's part of the reason why you hear him making comments like he's going to stay away from these guys. You get what I'm saying? That don't sound good. And that don't sound like the mentality of a guy that should be considered a four king, in my respectful, humble opinion. Like, you shouldn't be talking like that. All the smoke is guys that you're saying you're not going to fight. You're not going to fight Arnold Barboza, no Shakur, no Haney, no Tank. Because you're fighting against the system and yada, yada. Come on, dude. You got to do better than that. But you're not going to fight none of those guys. And one of those guys, matter of fact, two of those guys is at 35. And you sitting at 40. And you talking about who you're not going to fight. One of the guys was at 135, just got to 140. You're saying you're not going to fight him either. But you want us to believe that you'll jump up to 47 and you'll face Terence Crawford because of what? What? Nah, man, that sound good, but Terence Crawford is not the guy to go playing with. That's all I'm saying. And that performance that you had against Jermaine Ortiz gets you stopped against Terence Crawford. Respectfully, you'll get hurt bad. Ricky Williams, my bro, how you feeling, man? Good to see you in the building. Some realistic plans for Teo. I think for him to sit and wait to see who's realistically, bro, available when he's ready to fight again. Right now, it's premature. Why I say Crawford is a clout chase, obvious reasons. He contractually obligated. He tied up. You can't fight a Terence Crawford right now. And he knows that. He clearly, because he said it in one of the interviews. I guess he waiting for Spence. Man, you know he waiting on Spence. That ain't no you guess. You know them, they got business to take care of. So that takes that off the table. You just fought, Jermaine Ortiz. You had a tough fight. Like I said, a lot of people thought you lost. I'm one of them. You got outlanded and out-hustled. That's just my opinion. So I thought he lost. But I think a guy like an Arnold Barboza should be a possibility. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. A guy that he been saying, again, he's not going to fight. So think about it. He taking potential food off his own plate by saying who he not going to fight. And think about it. Imagine being in the sport of boxing saying you won't be willing to fight Tank. And then blaming it on getting unfavorable decisions by the judges when you, in fact, have been the beneficiary of two favorable decisions, both against Sandor Martin and more recently against Jermaine Ortiz. So again, show me the last time in boxing the judges got it wrong on the scorecards in the Teofimo fight, and it wasn't in his favor. You get what I'm saying? I like him, but he gotta show me something. You will only help him improve because he fought Crawford like that. He would get destroyed. Yeah, he'll get pieced up. Dan, you'll get hurt bad. Adam, what's good with it? Not Teo calling out Crawford anyways. He's not in Crawford's league. Respect. Listen, I'm not against it if it's real intent behind it. Right now, I think it's just for show. I like Teofimo, but I think he got a lot going on. I think he know full well what Crawford's name is right now at this current point. And I think he know full well what the business is. And like I said, he know that man is obligated elsewhere. So it's safe to call a man out that really can't fight you. You get what I'm saying? Meanwhile, it's a weight class apart. Now, again, do y'all really think, what do you think his chances would be if let's say he do jump up to 47 and was to face Crawford? No acclamation. He just going straight to Terence Crawford, man. He gonna get himself hurt, in my opinion. Respectfully. That's gonna be a tough fight. That's gonna be a guy that don't have to move around the ring. That could come get you like this. The way you want to fight, he can do that. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be a bad fight for him. Terence Crawford got them long ass arms. I think he got too much power. I think he'll truly hurt Teofimo, and I think he stops him. Crawford jumping 2 weight classes. Fight Crawford. To fight Canelo, you mean? That's tough too, bro. That 21 pounds, and that's what is that 3 weight classes, ain't it? Yeah, that's ridiculous. If you meant Crawford jumping up to fight Canelo, that's an extremely tough fight for him too because of that weight. That's 21 pounds, I think it is. Barboza deserves a big fight. Yeah, they overlooking him. I mean, listen, he's a good fighter, Adam. He's a good fighter, bro. Barboza is definitely a good fighter. Average Summon was good with. He says it's a big fight. Teal versus Bud. Think so? Maybe Teal won't make 12 rounds with Crawford. I don't think so neither. Teal biding his time. Anyone gives a good payday. Can't realistically beat the brakes off. You gotta be very strategic for sure, Rick. And I think even more so, Rick, after that performance that he just put out, like Jermaine Ortiz exploited some things, man. He made some things. He reopened some eyes. I think you get what I'm saying, and that let me know that Sandor Martin fight wasn't a one-off kind of situation. You have issues with movers. I think it's safe to say that you got issues with guys that give you consistent lateral movement, in and out movement, and just not a stationary target. I can't stress that enough because I think that was his biggest issue going into the fight. That was his biggest struggle. Just his inability to cut the ring off consistently and position himself to get his shots off with any kind of consistency. Like, that's the most inconsistent I ever seen Teofimo be offensively. It was wild. Like, he just could not get right. Crawford tried no problem fighting Teal. Teal sucks. Yeah, I mean, look, money's a problem. They can find in the Middle East. Saudi just like they took Rolando over there. Look, man, I know. Look, he suggested that, Daniel. He did suggest that, the Middle East. He also suggested something about bringing on an investor or something. But I just think, although it's the opportunity might be there, but it's only going to really exist if it's something he pursues. You get what I'm saying? Just imagine, like, because who's going to respect if Terence Crawford seeks him out? So I'm all for it if he's going to go about it the right way. But right now, he just, you know what I mean? He just putting on right now, I think. I honestly do, for sure. I don't think he want to fight that guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all his actions is like. And that's all I say, Daniel, at the end of the day. What I'm saying is just my observation and my perspective, right? What the most telling sign will be how he moved. Let's just watch how he moved from here. You know what I mean? But I doubt if any of his moves will dictate him ever trying to fight Terence Crawford, because I think he know full well what Terence Crawford is. That's not the guy to play with. You won't go get no name off him. That's Mr. Focus on your fight for you not make it to your fight. I keep saying that Terence Crawford be on a different type of time. He not gonna be playing with you. I don't see the whole Teal Ortiz fight. Every part I saw, Teal was chasing Ortiz around with his right hand cocked. Right. Just looking bad. Salute to my baby girl, Miss Just How you feeling, Queen? Don't work too hard. LWBoxing. Salute to the fax machine in the building. Had to eat. Peace and blessings to the Queen. How you feeling? Good to see you. That's good, my boy Dub. But you happy to fight Canelo? Pay-wise, you don't pass up that opportunity. Absolutely not. But not stupid. You know what them real pay-per-view numbers look like now. Yeah, he on to it. He know what time it is. He know what's some money to be made. Hey, look, I wouldn't be. That's another thing. That's like, Terence Crawford was to pursue that fight. I'm not against it, right? I just know that's an extremely tough fight for him. Like, that's a risk. All that stuff is true. Like, it's a risk. It's risky. It's tough. It's, anything can happen. But I would be right on board. I would pay for it, support it if that's what he want to do. But me personally, I'm not asking him to jump no damn 3-weight classes to fight Canelo. Like, I suspect he'll look crazy body wise, physically at 68. It probably look weird to see him there. Maybe I'm tripping, but if he do it, let's see. I mean, if Teo is really willing to go up to 47, look, I'm not against it. Fight Crawford. If that's what you really want to be great like that, go ahead, chase him down, beat him up. Best matchup, Crawford Boots or Teo. You know, for me, I feel like the Crawford and Boots fight is more comparable than the Crawford and Teo. You know what I mean? The Crawford and Boots is more comparable. Boots is more, you know, equal to his frame and size and things like that. And you know, athleticism, like they do some things very similar in there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think Teo that'd be an extremely tough fight for him to win. You know, Terence Crawford ain't nothing to play with, and he damn sure ain't gonna play with no guy that's still at a point in his career where he's complaining about people running. You get what I'm saying? That's the second fight in which he did that. He did it against Sandor Martin. All he did was complain that he ran, and I'm tired of hearing that. Like, I can see if he was somehow some type of puncher or known puncher and he just decided to fight that way. But he's more of the boxer, so you should have expected that he was going to box you that way. You get what I'm saying? It's always the guy that can't cut the ring off, that has more of the power, that wants this guy to stand right in front of him so he could bang on him like a drum. But so credit to Jermaine Ortiz, he wasn't going for that. For Crawford's age. I think Crawford would neutralize some of, you know, well, Teo's speed with his timing and his reach. You get what I'm saying? Like, Terence Crawford IQ is up there with the best of them, I believe. I think he'll neutralize his speed with good timing. Terence Crawford has very good timing. And, you know, Teo, as well as Teo's a counter puncher, I think Terence Crawford is a better counter puncher and a more efficient one. Let's see, Ortiz officially signed with Matchroom Boxing. Yeah, Devin and Ryan might be able to unify them titles. Yeah, man, the possibilities is there, bro. Canelo, where would you be with a Charlo fight? Average someone. I kind of hate the Charlo fight for the things that I know about Charlo personally, but it just is what it is. If we gotta watch it, we gotta watch it. I just hope he really get Benavidez an opportunity because I think he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And salute to Canelo. He's a hell of a talent, but just want to see him fight people that deserve the shot. And Charlo, just that inactivity, just not fighting him under the best circumstances. So it's hard for me to be fully excited about the fight and the opportunity for Crawford. I mean, for Charlo, you want to see him get his opportunity, but you also want to make sense. You know what I'm saying? And there's nobody I want to see get that opportunity more than Benavidez. Can fight for Boots. Boots is a really good fight for Bud right now. Yeah, you know, the money got to make sense for Bud, he said, when it comes to fighting Boots. So, you know, one of Bud Leroy, no CD, it would be bad for him. The upset Matisse to the same route to get Haney and Regis did. Signed with Matchroom, fight Power in the hometown fight. Power pulled out versus Regis. Right. Salute the dub, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's why he being over that side, it just makes all those fights possible. Elijah Garcia's fighting third also. A free part of the card. Yeah. Salute the dub. He told me that as well. Salute to you. He told me about Elijah Garcia back at it. Salute to my bro Fate, man. I personally think Crawford knocked Canelo out if they actually fight. Damn, you think Crawford gonna knock him out? Woo, that's tough. That's tough, man. Whew, that's tough, man. It's just hard to even hurt that man. You get what I'm saying? He really got a hell of a beard on him, bro. Like, the thing is, I keep saying for me, skillfully, yeah, Crawford could compete all day, all night, but size-wise is where my only concern is, right? Not even the experience of Canelo, because I feel like Crawford is you know, good enough to handle that and navigate, but I think the weight and just fighting a guy that's that much bigger than you naturally, and you just making that significant jump is a lot to ask anybody to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, I'm not against it. If that's what he's gonna do, I'm gonna support it. But his margin for error is just so small as opposed to Canelo. Canelo has, you know, the opportunity, in my opinion, to make a lot more mistakes. Whereas I don't think he has to worry about getting knocked out as much as a Crawford do. You know what I'm saying? And he'll really have to fight damn near the perfect fight, have to swim without getting wet. And I mean, it's tough, man, because every fight, you know, fighter gonna get hit, bro. That's just part of boxing. But what shots he gonna get hit with? You get what I'm saying? Can he avoid the significant shots that Canelo gonna be throwing to hurt him? Because it's gonna be tough. Canelo do have fast hands and a ton of experience. He is crafty. He know how to set things up in there. You know what I mean? It's crazy. He got more fights, so he older in terms of fight mileage, right? But Terence Crawford is older in terms of age, so it's funny. And you gotta think Terence Crawford is also 36. He'll be approaching 37, jumping up that many weight classes. That's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be an easy fight. It's not gonna be an easy transition. And y'all got to consider no weight acclimation either in between, and you just jumping in there with that dog. Ooh, woo! I respect it, but it's tough. It'd be very tough for you to do it. GG hit Canelo with an uppercut flush. And he ate that jam. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he got that beard, man. Teofimo Lopez will fight Steve Claggett, top rank off from Matias Claggett. So they can't off from Teofimo, right? And you know Teo ain't taking that dub right now. And it's funny, he won't take it. After he said Matias is soft and he the easiest at 140, the softest, he was talking crazy. He was talking crazy. That uppercut, like, yeah, man. He's like, throw another one. Do it again. And Canelo looked at him like, yo, do it again. I dare you. Do it one more time. I'm telling you, that boy got a beard. That man got a beard on him. All right, let's see Crawford versus Canelo before Charles versus Canelo. It's fun. It's crazy, Mike. Me too, though. Charles face didn't look right. Still had his last fight. Yeah, it looked like he's still trying to get shake back, and especially after what I received about him. I definitely don't want to see it. I think Bud can win, but not by KO. It's an extremely tough fight for him to win by KO. It is, man. You almost got to take that option almost off the table, almost, because it's not that nothing is impossible, but it's unlikely. It's highly unlikely. So it will be very tough for him to expect a knockout. And to do that, he will have to be in the fire and risk the return fire Canelo. You get what I'm trying to say? And this is a dude that came from way down from 135, man. And Canelo's a guy that fought as high as 175. Just factor that in and consider that. That's not a guy that you want to be hitting you too often. That's all I'm saying. Other than that, skillfully, talent-wise, IQ-wise, yeah, but if there's anybody that can do it, it would be him. But it's just a very tough fight. The way Charlie reacted from Canelo punch tells me Bud gonna feel the same way. Bud came 140. Don't forget that. And really, cuz of 135. Remember? He came 35. And that's where Gamboa hurt him at 35. So it's like, I just always had that in the back of my mind. Like, if Gamboa was able to hurt you when y'all was at 135, and I get it. You was a dog at 35. You know what I mean? You went to 40, 47. You've been a dog all the way through. But then you go from 47 to 68. Woo! No acclimation, no warm-up fights. Just straight to that junkyard dog Canelo. So just an uphill battle all night. And it's gonna leave you at the edge of your seat because he ain't gonna be able to make a lot of mistakes. You get what I'm saying? GM was good with it, man. Safe travels on that road, family. Canelo got caught taking them drugs. Y'all see why he moved up weight classes? I always thought the craziest thing was allowing him to increase the levels of clenbuterol. I always thought that was bogus. I thought that was crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Always thought that was crazy. Think Canelo's fan base and fame will be effective for not fighting Benavidez or Crawford. It's strange because I think his fan base gonna continue to support him, right? I think it's people that's genuinely behind that dude no matter what he do. And I think that's part of the reason why he moves that way. Like, the outcry is just, it might be loud, but it's not effective enough because it's not hitting him where it hurt. And if his true core supporters was not getting behind him every fight, then I think it would force him to move a different way. But the fact that he knows no matter what, like, people gonna be there, they're gonna support, and he gonna get that check, he don't really have the incentive to change what he's doing, other than if he feels like, you know what I mean? He gonna just move how he feel, and he don't have no reason to change it up. Like, he comfortable with what he doing. He essentially sleeping on those silk sheets, as they say it, right? So it's almost like he taking challenges, but they come with strings attached. You get what I'm saying? Every boxing match is a challenge, right? Anything can happen in a fight, but let's be real. Like, you that Charlo fight, that's a 54-pounder, a career 54-pounder. That's a setup fight. That's tough to really celebrate and say, hey, yeah, man, that's a great win. It's tough to say that. You know what I'm saying? That you can't be a career 54-pounder and all of a sudden you're going to start getting punched on by a guy that's at 68 and been at 75. Like, I can't stress that enough. That's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a big guy that's punching on you. He might not be tall, but that wide frame, man, that dude's a solid little short, thick neck guy. Not hurting their pockets. That's why right hand dog. Salute to you, bro. That's where you got to hit him for. It got to affect him financially for him. I think the light of fire under his ass to change maybe what he's doing. Like he got to really feel like people not supporting him, and I don't think that's ever going to be the case. You know what I mean? Fortunately for him, his punches, while throw punches out, he will land flat. I'm telling you, cuzzo, he know how to do it. And he patient with it. He'll take his time until he create that opening for that shot, and he won't need a ton of them. Not gonna tell me he gonna need a ton of them to knock out a guy or to be able to hurt a guy that came from, lightweight. That's tough. That's tough. Out here, yeah, man. He just using his status, man. It's like to you feel like he earned it. Look, I'm gonna fight who I want to fight. Y'all just got to deal with it. It's kind of that approach at this point. Yeah, man. That second GGG fight was real little. It was weird. But that first one, he brought it, man. He brought it, man. And then that third fight, the trilogy, we definitely need that because Triple G was past it, and he just looked bad at 68. And that's those setup fights that I be talking about. Like, it's just career middleweight, snatch him up to 68. He just looked worse than he ever looked, and you clearly beat on him. It was crazy. He will thump the hell out of Crawford. He can hurt Canelo, and Canelo walk through them joints. Yeah, I think that'd be the problem, Tom. To say, my guy JBT in the building. That'd be the problem, bro. He'll walk right through them. Like them shots, I don't think they'll, I just don't see him being able to knock him out. And it's crazy because I hear people saying Crawford or knock Canelo out, but then, I seen Tim Bradley. I heard Tim Bradley say, he couldn't knock out Charlo. What makes you think he'd knock out Crawford? I'm like, what? Like, y'all acting crazy. You gotta put some respect on Canelo. The chop shop, my guy. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? Hope history remembers Canelo as a cherry picker he is. I can't stand the dude for. Yeah, this part of his career is frustrating to watch, Mike. It is because we know full well who deserved the opportunity. And I think him and Benavidez would be a hell of a fight, and it's a true 50-50 fight. Either guy could win. Canelo got all that experience on his side. You get what I'm saying? Working with him. He's still at the top. He's still an elite fighter. Benavidez, a young guy, got the size advantage. You know what I mean? The youth. You know what I mean? He bringing it, that hunger. You know what I mean? He really want to win. That's a must-see TV right there. Macho, my guy, said enjoying retirement. Yeah, he ain't picked nobody. He said he fighting an American, chop. He ain't say no name. He said he fighting an American. Put my money on Crawford without a doubt. I think Crawford's a guy. Listen, Adam, it's hard to go against Crawford because all he did was put on and win, right? And look good doing it. So I get it. I understand the confidence. I just look at it like it's a fine line. That fight right there just be a matter of it's weight classes for a reason. That's going to be in my head the whole time now. If he can swim without getting wet and essentially fight the perfect fight against Canelo for 12 rounds, and he cooking with grease. But that's what it'll have to be. It'll have to be damn near a perfect fight. And that's tough. You know what I mean? Bubby's Errol, all of a sudden he's Superman, pay-per-view star. Yeah, I don't think he's no big crazy pay-per-view star. Again, obviously not, but his name is buzz, his name hot, it's out there for the right reasons. And then again, that Canelo fight GM is just tough for anybody. Announcement is that he fighting a American macho. I won't respect a win over Crawford. That's what I'm saying, because it's just for so many weight classes down. And think about it, bro. You trying to take another undefeated guy that is pound for pound best fighter in the world. You trying to get a cheap win over him? You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't, unless Crawford is the one chomping at the bit to get in there. And he is the one saying it that he want to fight. So I ain't mad at it. Yeah, he ain't say no name. He ain't say, like, in terms of who he is going to fight. I know I ain't hearing no Charlo, but I'm hearing that it could be him. I'm hearing no Munguia, but he said American. So we got to, I guess that's his announcement. Crawford, if he doesn't stop Canelo, he'll be robbed. And that's what I'm saying. The stoppage is unlikely in my opinion, and it's going to be extremely tough to win a decision against Canelo Alvarez. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be kind of tough. It's going to be kind of tough to win a decision against a guy like that. That's a guy you definitely fighting him and the judges. You better believe that. Canelo Alvarez, you fight him, the judges, his team, everything, the crowd. Yeah, that's definitely happening when you fight him. So think about it. If one of your methods, your avenues for winning is a knockout, and that's kind of taken off the table because of this guy just got one of the most solid chins I've seen in boxing to date. Like Triple G got a hell of a chin, but Canelo Beard is crazy too, man. Crazy. So I just don't see him being knocked out by a guy that started at 135. That's me, especially when he's, you get what I'm saying? Even Beaver was stringing them joints on him. Kovalev was hitting him. Like, he been hit by some much bigger guys and just walked through a Triple G. Like, Terence Crawford can punch, but he ain't punching like Triple G. See how he walking through Triple G too? Especially in the second and third fights. It was crazy. Television was good with it, fam. After getting the Canelo fight, PBC not paying for a non-PBC fighter to face Canelo. I don't think so either. It's Spence, or he's on the outside looking in back to BLK Prime. Damn, Chief, what it do, family? Alden in the building was good, famo. Said Lopez should take the simple route, wait for the winner of Haney and Garcia, fight, unify the belts, prove you are better than Haney or Ryan Garcia. I think that's a good move for him too, Alden. I do. Next mega fight, Bubbers, Canelo, hands down. Not David, not Jamal. I think Canelo and David Benavidez is bigger than Canelo and Bud Crawford, respectfully. I do. I do. Just because of the people been wanting to see that fight for much longer. And it seems like Crawford fight is more far-fetched in terms of because of that weight. And the fact that he's 36, he's going to be close to 37 getting in there. That's not going to be easy at all. You told us a minute ago it won't be Charlo Just. I remember that. Yeah. So I asked him off the list. No, I said I don't think it would be Charlo, knowing what I know about him, but again, I still hear his name is in the mix. You know what I mean? Knowing what I know, it shouldn't be Charlo at all. It should not be him. Knowing what I know, that should be one of the last people he fighting. But boxing is crazy like that, and I think we will see. You know what I mean? He didn't announce a Charlo, but I hear that that's still a possibility. Yeah, it can't be. Benavidez and Canelo got to be the bigger fight. For sure. Gonna see Bubbers, Canelo, and Saudi. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy to get them over there in Saudi, man. I'm gonna see Bubbers, Canelo, like fights that come with an underlying excuse for the L. For me, it's just like it's reality. For me, like I respect the weight classes, even as a fight fan from the outside looking in, let alone just asking a guy to try to be Superman and just, pick up, not only pick up all that weight, but he has to actually fight with the weight and then perform with the weight and then probably fight the cleanest fight of his life. It's a lot of deciding factors that would make the fight extremely difficult. It's almost like a handicap match. I'm telling you now, man, that man jump up from 147 to 68 and beat up a Canelo Alvarez, man. Man, there's no denying that man's greatness. You can't deny it now, but that right there would just be a whole different level. Man, that's your ride off into the sunset fight right there. You retire after that. You jump up to 68 and dethrone Canelo when he been. Think about the magnitude of a win over him. You know what I mean? If you think if you could jump up 3 weight classes and dethrone a guy that many feel like has been strategically maneuvering around 68 pounders to not fight him for a number of different reasons, right? Just think about the magnitude, the buzz, how you would shake up the boxing world if you're able to dethrone that guy, and then you ride off into the sunset after you take his belts. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy, bro. Big Watch needs to get a shot at Rolly Pitbull winner, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he do too. I think he do too, Mike, because he right in the mix and he deserves a shot. Canelo really fight following years. I can see the B rematch happening down the line. Yeah, man, it'd be tough. I just feel like stylistically, Beaver gonna always be a bad matchup for him, and he got just enough size over him to be hurt for the first time too, Joe. And that'd be wild, man. That fight, B-Ray was good. He said, let's see a fight between Bud and Teofimo. Just for the funny press conference they would have. T was hilarious. It'd be comedy, bro, and I'm all for it. Yeah, Bud, man, Bud might be tired of T.O. ass on the low, man. They asked Bud about the T.O. fight. Marquis in the building. What's good, family? Oh, my bad. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Behind the Hands TV, my brother. What's good with it, bro? Nobody can read this version of Canelo. This quote was sponsored by the computer. Remember that? That's what they said after he beat Charlo. Said nobody could beat this version of Canelo. They were saying it, bro. They for sure saying it. Mr. Chop Top in the building. If he do that, he challenges Usyk next, fam. Damn. Yeah, if he wins Fate, it'll be something different, bro. I just think Benavidez doesn't get Canelo. Benavidez versus Morrell fight would be David's biggest other fight. Yeah, David versus David should happen too. That's another one. But it's crazy. It's like I can't demand that fight more than I can demand the Canelo and Benavidez fight. But I love to see that for David. You know what I mean? For him to fight David Morrell. The battle of the Davids it'd be like that. Shakur is bigger than Duran. Listen, there's bigger, and then there's like that's an enormous gap for me. We talking about Bud, you know, like Canelo being bigger than Bud. Like size, height wise, they're about the same. Canelo, I mean, and Terence Crawford, I have longer arms. That's the crazy part. But just size and frame and experience fighting at them higher weights and getting hit by those much higher guys. That's how I'm looking at it. In every fight that any of these guys, either of those guys been in, they've gotten hit. Any fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the margin for error would be so small, man. It'd be minute at this point, bro. To be like, man, you make the wrong move, yo. That's your last, Mr. Postman. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? You make the wrong move against Canelo, it's sleepy time. Like, it's a nap might take place in real time in that ring, bro. That's not the guy, man. I'm telling you. Gotta be on your P's and Q's, man. Look, skillfully, he can hang, but he just can't make many mistakes. And I just don't know if you can fight the perfect fight against a guy with that much experience. You'll say he's still undefeated, 21-0. Hey, yo, you ain't peeped more recently. ESPN tried to erase that loss too. They damn sure had took his loss off. They had him at 19. They had him at 19-0 with like 13 knockouts or something like that. Man, Wood in the building saying, Crawford got a toilet paper chin. It's like, I think his chin is good, right? But I just think, seeing you get hurt by a guy and getting pulled, that's not a true 35-pounder, right? And like, I just see Canelo lowering that boom, man. That's tough. That's tough. I think Crawford got boxing for a while, though. I do. I mean, I do think he could win a fight if he's not getting caught. You gotta fight the perfect fight. You gotta swim without getting wet, and you gotta do it for 12 tough rounds because it's gonna be tough. Now, Canelo thing that'll help Crawford be able to navigate rounds is Canelo don't have the highest punch output, right? So it would definitely make the fight interesting. But again, that's all I'm worried about is just getting hit by a guy that's been hit by light heavyweights, right? You ain't been hit by nobody with no headgear on it, to my knowledge, not in the professional ranks, bigger than the 47-pounder, right? So it's tough. That smother game from Bud could be the issue. Interesting, man. It's risky though. It's risky. Canelo gonna do him dirty. I'm telling you, man, it's tough. It's hard to get Bud's chin clean though. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's easy, right? It's just possible because you've seen it. Like I look at it like this. Think about Igor Kavaliauskas landing a shot. You think Canelo could land a shot? Like think about the difference in levels of experience and IQ between the Canelo Alvarez and the Kavaliauskas. Even that of a Gamboa. You know what I mean? Some of the people that called him Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook had a crazy amount of success very early in the fight. Like it's just there's avenues of success there for a guy like Canelo. You get what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a one-way show, and that's all I'm considering. I'm considering the damage or the you know, you're gonna get hit on the other side. No, those shots could be dangerous, man. You know Canelo. That's that's Captain Hook himself. You know what I mean? He loved to throw a hook, boy, and them joints is devastating when they land. Devastating. He got a good uppercut too, man. I'm telling you, that's just it's tough. You know what I mean? It's tough. Beaver versus Beterbiev. Talking about who will win. Yeah, good old 50-50, man. Good old 50-50. You know, Beaver got to make Beterbiev respect him or keep him off him for 12 rounds. If he's unable to do that, he gets stopped just like the rest of Beterbiev's opponents. You know what I mean? If Beaver was able to set his rhythm, maintain his rhythm, box from the outside, keep Beterbiev honest, keep him off rhythm, all balance, make him reset. You know what I mean? Put something on his mind. I ain't saying you got to hurt him, but he got to respect you. If he don't respect you, it's probably going to be a knockout win for Beterbiev. It's going to be an extremely tough fight for Dimitri Bivol, win, lose, or draw. And Bo was still fresh from Crawford fought him. Absolutely, he was. Absolutely still undefeated. Matter of fact, they had identical records. I believe they both was 23-0, like 16 KOs apiece. I believe TM in the building said even Crawford does better than Jamel. Shakur for the whole round. Right. box him like Larry did. Canelo loves to beat on them arms. Yeah, he do. I just asked, what's his name? Callum Smith. He beat Callum Smith arm out of commission, bro. Canelo Merc, bro. It's just the punches when they land, GM. It's tough. It's tough. You get what I'm saying? That's a big guy. He ain't tall, not big in terms of height, but stature and frame. Like that's a solid dude, man. They made a Pacquiao was really gonna happen. Nah, I don't think it's gonna happen again because I think Floyd likes interest in getting back in the ring with that dude. I think that fight is kind of seldom to an extent. And I don't think a shoulder injury, and I just don't ever think Manny would beat Floyd. You know what I mean? I think his best chance was when he initially was asked when he was looking like Superman and he said no to the drug test. And I think that right there would have been his best opportunity at that point in his career. But you know what I mean? I don't think he would ever beat Floyd Mayweather. People got pillow fists. Now, I think people got respectable power. Like he's just not a concussive guy. Like to be a pure puncher. I mean, a pure boxer. You know what I mean? Good boxer. Like he can gain your respect. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't typically see guys walk through him. Now, Beterbiev is a different can of worms, right? So that's a different guy. Like you need to get him to respect you at the bare minimum. If you can't hurt him, make him respect you. If that's not the case, it's gonna be hard to keep him out your wheelhouse and out your chest. You get what I'm saying? Right, but yeah, I think that size difference is crazy too. Weight classes for a reason. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, Superman, like that's the only point for me. Chop at that point in his career, that's when it looked like it would have been what it was. You get what I'm saying? It would have been the toughest fight for Floyd. The Rise Podcast in the building scene. What's good, family? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? Be really small like heavyweight though. You look more like super middle, so you gotta rely on the volume. True. But I think you know, not just him being like this heavy puncher. I think he got good rhythm, his placement, shot placement, you know, timing, accuracy. Those things attribute to Bivol having respectable pop, right? I don't think he's no big puncher by any stretch, but you never seen him in a situation where somebody's just walking right through him and he can't do nothing to, you get what I'm saying? You haven't seen him in that situation, and the only guy I think that could remotely come close or potentially put him in that type of situation is Beterbiev because of his willingness to be relentless and get to the target, right? Everybody at light heavyweight doesn't fight that way. You get what I'm saying? But Beterbiev fight that way. You get You know what I'm saying? Richard Paz in the building was good, family. So I think he got to keep him honest. You know what I'm saying? He got to keep him honest. I got Boots beating Bud, so imagine what Canelo would do. Nah, I feel you. Listen, I feel you. I think Boots is the best fight. Boots and Bud is the best fight to make it 147 without a doubt. But we'll see, man. People got combos, yeah. Yeah, he stand his ground, and he knows for the most part next gen, he understands how not to get too greedy. You get what I'm saying? And I think that serves him well in his fights, like just not overdoing it, right? You know what I mean? Knowing when to get out, reset, and change levels on you and get back to it. I like the way Beaver approach the fight. You know what I'm saying? He got good rhythm, man, good feet, good eyes, timing. And once he get in that groove, man, he start boxing real smart, real well in there, bro. He consistent. That better be for the stoppage, 10th round. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for Beaver. I want to see how he able to get the respect of better be, because man, that's gonna be a tough fight, bro. Yeah, he got an active jab, 12 threes. That's what I noticed. 12. I noticed that Dimitri Beaver got what you call, I think, an active jab, and you keep it in your face to offset your timing and your rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Keep you occupied a bit with something in your face. And he's smarter doing it too, man. But it's just that comes with risk, because this is gonna be a dude that's not gonna be hesitant to attack you. He's gonna try to knock your head off. He gonna really try to knock bro head off. Better be jab underrated. Yeah, his boxing ability, I think Richard is a little underrated altogether, though. You know what I'm saying? But I think if people have been paying attention to his last couple of fights, you could really see that he cooking with something. You know what I'm saying? He got more than just power, for sure. And that's what make him scary. The fact that he can box with the power. And it's like, I don't think he getting more destructive, as people be saying, but I think he's staying pretty consistent with the level of punishment that he's able to dish out from fight to fight. Like, it's not wavering. He's not getting any worse. It's not falling off a cliff yet. But I see some vulnerability there, but it still ain't enough yet for somebody to take him out. Nah, Daniel, I think Crawford being much more of a puncher and a finisher and a much better counter puncher, or I say more efficient counter puncher than a Jermaine Ortiz. I don't think he'll have to move around like that at all, and I don't think he'll be wary of Crawford's, of Teofimo's power the way Ortiz was. You get what I'm saying? It'd be a much different fight. I think Teofimo would be the guy having to utilize the ring and be hoping to counter punch and catch Bud, because you try to walk Bud down, think he'll get stopped. I really do. IB was good with it, Brody. Appreciate you as always, family. The thing that got me worried with B was that he like to block punches and catch and shoot, and that could be dangerous with better be. Yeah, he might have to switch tactics next gen. That's a good point. He might have to switch tactics a little bit with him. You get what I'm saying? For that fight, like, he might have to make that adjustment where he can't afford to do that, because those punches could split the guard, get around the guard. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. He better be hitting you even though you blocking. It's like a video game. It's like Street Fighter or something. You notice how you're fighting in Street Fighter and you blocking and you throwing kicks and punches or whatever the case. You blocking, so it ain't taking a whole lot of energy, but it's taking some. It's steady chipping away. That's better be like, you don't. Even him hitting on you is draining you. So you just don't need that dude making contact with you with any consistency at all throughout that fight. And if he's able to do so, it's going to be very tough to make it out 12 rounds. Like, it's not a coincidence as to why that man got 100% KO ratio. It's no secret. It's not a coincidence. It's not a it's not a facade. It's not fluff. It's not a blown up record. Now, his temperament, his power. Like, if you ever look at the look on people's faces when they hit by this dude, it look a little different than when everybody else get hit. It's kind of how Triple G, that Triple G effect that he used to have on fighters earlier in his career. Like, Better Beef has that. he had the tendency to have that fight with anybody. I've seen a certain look with Anthony Yard. I've seen it with Marcus Brown. I've seen it with Joe Smith. You get what I'm saying? Like you really Callum Smith, he looked like he beats the absolute hell out of these people, bro. And he don't really like Anthony Yard, I believe, fought him almost, once, did some of the best work. Him and Marcus Brown, but everybody else was getting their asses slaughtered, man. Say Bud Tia for sure, perfect analogy. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? He's stronger, you know what I mean? More of a finisher, more of a puncher. And the temperament is different. Like he definitely, and you haven't seen Bud use his legs in that manner since he been at since leaving 140. That's the last time you've seen him use that. So he gonna be looking to beat Tio ass, and he can go step for step with him. And I don't think Tio will be the bigger puncher at all. They could be at a disadvantage. I think Crawford being much longer, far more experienced, way more composed, way more mentally tough. Like he's way more mentally tough than Tio, man. He'd break him in the ring like in real time, and it'll be bad for him when he's pushing 40, not being old in boxing. No hate, but I think Better B might be taking some extra. So the extra, somehow you mean then they released them raised HGH levels is crazy or whatever it was going on. Start looking like they don't want to fight back. Telling you, once that happened, bro, it's over next gen. Once they get that posture about them, that body language it's over. Even Better be improving too much. And respect each other for real, for sure. Snack strong. Snack Squizzon. Think Canelo waited too long to fight and rematch GGG. No, he had more age. Absolutely he did, Daniel. It's boxing. Listen, it's not about, he wasn't scared of GGG and none of that, because if he was, he would have never fought him. But boxing is very strategic. It's a business and people are smart. And it's about time. And timing is very important, in which when you fight somebody, it's very important, the time in which you fight somebody. Like even from the first fight to the second fight. Remember, he got a pot for the computer roll, but he got the 6-month suspension, a little slap on the wrist. By the time they make the Triple G fight, he's 6 months, more than a half a year done passed. Now he a year older. You get what I'm saying? And you fight him, and he looked a little bit less than what he was the first time you fought him. So we definitely didn't need the third one. And then look, what do you know? He gave us a third one at 68, where Triple G ain't looked good and ain't fought that since. So it's timing. It's timing. It's all about timing. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is all about timing. Call for the shark in the water. Yeah, he is. Richard, and when he smelled the blood, he's going to get you out of there. I think Better be beats up with Ty too. And he had Cruiser, right? Opatai. I know he the new darling of the boxing right now. They feeling Jay Opatai, man. He nice, but Better Beeve is a proven destroyer. I'm right to say that Canelo ran from GGG in that last rounds because he was out of breath. I think in the first fight, Canelo used more movement than you've ever seen him move in any fight that he's ever had, I think, in his professional career. The first one. The first fight, he clearly was very cautious, respectful, and wary of the power of Triple G, that he didn't want to overcommit and overly engage with him. That's the most movement I've ever seen him do. Some people will call it running. I know when Mayweather did it with him, boxed him, it was running. But when he did it against GGG, I guess it was boxing. But that was an excessive movement for a Canelo fight, for a guy that's not a fleet-footed guy. That's more dude that's on the front foot and things like that. That's not utilizing the whole ring because that's not his style. But he did it against Triple G because of that power. But credit to him, he made the adjustment in the second fight, and he took the fight to him. Say he wasn't going to fight him again after the second fight. Yeah, I wasn't surprised because I already knew what it was. Think about it. If you really think about it, LaMarcus, you wouldn't really be surprised. Think about the time in which he fought Triple G for the third time. It was after what? It was after who beat him? It's after that Beaver loss, right? Then he go fight Triple G. I said he was going to do that. He was going to give you a fight you didn't want because he took the loss. So he was going to treat it like, look, well, I gave y'all a tough fight. So the next one was going to be on the house. And he found a respectable name in Triple G. A guy that, probably could use a good check. And, where's Triple G at nowadays? I think he's selling energy drinks or something. You know what I'm saying? Canelo's on his unicycle for sure. That's the most moving I ever seen him do in his entire career for sure. I've never seen him move to that degree. Tired gonna be hard to beat. Yeah, especially if he keep improving. He's gonna be hard to beat. Cause he a damn good fighter. And he young and he well schooled early. He being talked about. His name in the limelight. Open Ty. Ty is gonna be a good name. Good name to beat. Well, we'll see, man. But like I said, T.O. did a whole bunch of, Terence Crawford, ugly this, ugly that. And again, if he's willing to pursue that route to actually get to Terence Crawford, I could respect it. But up until then, my final judgment as it's a little bit clout chasing. Well, it's a lot of clout chasing at its best. And I think he know full well what name is hot. Terence Crawford is one of them. That's why yelling Dante's boxing talk was good, bro. I was going to perform more slower declines next fight compared to his last one. Well, probably not, Daniel, being that he revisited this fountain of youth that he seemed to find against Charlo. So I'm expecting he'll revisit that said fountain of youth for his next fight. So I don't think he'll show more decline. I think he'll be right on par to where he was at the last fight. Now, how he'll look has a lot to do with who he fights next. You get what I'm saying? If he fight another guy off a layoff, not a true 68-pounder, one of those kind of spray-painted setup fights, then we already know what it's going to be for him. But if he actually steps in there with somebody that's looking to really beat him and wants to win and deserves the opportunity, then that's how you gauge what he really is. Like, it's hard to gauge what he is against a guy that's a career 54-pounder, right? It's hard to say if he really all the way back because that guy just didn't have it physically to challenge you. It just was, you know what I mean? He was like a fish out of water in that fight. So that's why I'm asking him to fight a guy like Benavidez that we know got the size, you know what I mean? And he deserved it, the opportunity. He could at least deal with him, right? He ain't gonna just buckle under pressure, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and he actually want to fight and want to win. So, yeah, man, I think his next opponent to show everybody where he actually is in boxing. the fountain of clean waters. I'm telling you, Bole, those cold words, man, they said some of the things that I said I didn't want to hear them saying when he fought, and that fountain of youth won, and then nobody beats this version of Canelo. I was like, well, what exactly version is that? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't rewind the clock like that in boxing, and you're not gonna rewrite the rules, bro. Like, you only getting older in boxing, ain't no getting younger, bro. You know what I'm saying? When they start saying stuff like that, I'd be a little concerned. That's all. Mayweather Delahoya, that to me, still to this day, I think that was one of his closest fights, bro. Or seriously, I think that was one of Floyd's closest fights, him and Delahoya. I didn't score it though, but I think Floyd definitely won it, but it was close. And I'll tell you the reason he won it, because I ain't sit there and score round by round, so I ain't gonna just throw out no bogus score. I'll say I definitely had Floyd winning, because the thing with Oscar is he knew Oscar would fade down the stretch of the fight. So although Oscar started the fight very well early, he slowed down too much down the stretch, and Floyd stayed pace. He kept pace and went through the gears on him, and he was able to pull it off. Yeah, 7-5, something like that. It really was that type of fight for him. You know what I'm saying? But he truly won that fight in the second part. Floyd did, because Oscar De La Hoya, and if you remember the fight, remember how he came out and he looked real like tight. And he looked like it looked draining the way his posture was, and he was so tight. Like I guess because of the fight, the nerves or whatever the case, but. You could see him visibly slowing down after halfway through the fight, and Floyd just picked it up just like he do on you. Once he considerably slow down, you see Floyd stay pace and he stay the course, and he just go through the gears on you. And that's what he was able to do. Pick the shots, pick the right shots, and just kind of pick his way to a points victory. Man, it was a fun fight to watch. But De La Hoya was on his ass. He gave Floyd a damn good push. It was a damn close fight. Remember, Floyd Sr. said his son lost. Remember, he said Oscar won. Acting like he ain't lose recently. But this don't make a unification fight at 140. They better. They got the ingredients, Bole. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have Floyd winning that fight down the stretch. I think Delahoya slowed down too much. You know what I mean? And that's Floyd studying and knowing his opponents, just like he was calling Zab a front runner. He knew Zab was going to slow down at, first quarter of the fight or so. And that's exactly what you're saying. Floyd just started to take over. That's why he win fights. He always smarter than the guy he's in the ring with, in my opinion. They drug cheese, but also not naive to think Canelo needs drugs to be a great boxer. Right, for sure. You just know that little extra stuff, that little extra like probably helping a little bit, though. The people in GG Trilogy and Ryder. Yeah, nagging injuries and overtrained. Yeah, that's what he claimed was the issue for the Beaver loss. GGG Trilogy, that was lackluster. And then the Ryder fight was also lackluster. And he turned him into Rudolph in that fight. So, yeah. Just didn't survive like Charlo. I think Crawford's mentality won't let him go out the ring like that inside the ring. Yeah, Crawford mentality. Yeah, man. I think he going, and that's the thing too that makes the fight dangerous for him. His mentality, because he ain't no sucker. I ain't saying Charlo is either, but that mentality, like he get hit, he got to get his back. Like he gonna have to be patient against a guy like Canelo if he get clipped. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be very dangerous to go try to get his right back. You know what I mean? Yeah, the fight was definitely close, D. Definitely. Don't fumble middleweight. Hopefully they'll get this one right. They got to, Bole. They got to get something right at some point, right? Don't got all them damn 140s now. That's what I'm saying. They got to make the fights happen. They got all the ingredients to make the fights. They don't got no excuse not to deliver. A good question. Is it possible fighters can take Clenbuterol off-season fights, improve, come in clean, sign a contract? I think people have the ability to cycle off. I think people, think about it with Canelo when he got popped, he got the 6-month suspension, but they increased the limits. So just think about that. Whatever now, what is the legal limit? There shouldn't even be a legal limit for something like Clenbuterol, but there is. And I think it's just hard for me to feel like somebody's not using that to their advantage. If you did it before and they increased it, they're almost giving you a pass to say, well, look, you can have this much in there and you good. And I'm always think that's a possibility because it's going to be hard for me to believe that nobody is trying to take advantage of that being the case. There's no way in hell that after a guy gets caught, they increase the limit that you can have in your system. And then nobody's going to utilize that when all people do is try to gain advantages in boxing. You get what I'm saying? Zenith was good with it, family. So, but I think it's wild. I think some people just know how to get around the system. I really do. I mean, I hope that's not the case but when I start hearing cold words and phrases, should I say, for me, is like revisiting the fountain of youth. Nobody can beat this version of this guy, and you're only getting older, and it's like, all right, why is this version of this guy so unbeatable as opposed to the guy we've seen in the last 3 fights? You get what I'm trying to say? And then they'll be like, oh man, he had injuries, he got surgery, and everything's all hit. Like, bro, whatever, man. This is boxing, bro. You don't just start getting younger. Them fights add up, bro. 60 plus fights, you getting old. 160, they were still talking about PVC fighter. See, unifications for nothing. Yeah, we definitely need that, man. They need to get some action going with Jonabek. I mean, it's not equal to all fighters. You get what I'm saying? And some out there, all things is experimenting and probably got it down to a science. You just never know. That's a dangerous game to play. That was a bold move by them to say that instead of just completely saying it's not acceptable. And then it kind of justified why I'd be showing up in people's system. And I'll never forget, forget who exactly was that spoke on it. I forget who it was, but they were saying for a fighter to claim it was meat that they ingested, they ate that had clenbuterol in it, that would have to be like the very, very low end of meat. And you just got to think a guy that's making 30 plus million to 50 million nowadays for a fight ain't eating the very low end of meat. You get what I'm saying? Filled with clenbuterol, if that makes sense. So, like, he making way too much money. Like, this dude show up in press conferences in pajamas. You think he eating bad food? So, like, just to blame it on that, it just seemed bogus. So, you just never know. But as soon as they increase the limits, to me, that's just a red flag. That's like giving people the pat on the back to cheat and say, all right, man, y'all can cheat a little bit. A little cheating is all right. Just don't do too much. Like, it's crazy. Drug cheats don't mean to get caught on purpose. Remember that? Yeah, then hell no, they don't. They definitely don't. They definitely don't. And it's crazy because I remember when he got caught up with that situation, he was mad at Golovkin because Golovkin was calling him out. He took it out on Golovkin in that second fight. He's like, yeah, call me a drug cheat, will you? I got something for you. He took that second fight to him. Took the second fight to that man. But again, man, no real announcement from Canelo. Like I said earlier, it just seemed to me it was more of a spectacle than anything. Maybe it was more of an appearance than, you know, an opportunity to really say what his next move was. Bro, he can't afford beef in California. Yeah, it was beef. You get what I'm saying, Zenith? I just wasn't buying it. I was like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know. That one ain't it. That's not it. I'm not going. I ain't buying it. I don't think I'm buying it. But it is what it is, man. Hopefully he learned his lesson. You know, I mean, like I said, just never know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But look, no announcement. He say he fighting an American. Let's see if it ends up being Charlo. Doubt if it be Munguia or David Benavidez or anybody else you might really want to see him fight. But that's it. That's boxing for you. And like I said, pardon me, when it comes to Tio, he don't really want to fight no Crawford. If he want me to believe that, if he want the people to believe it, he going to have to make the right moves to show us you really want to fight that man. Other than that, I think he's just doing a lot of talking. He got eyes on him and people is listening to him talk, man. That's just really what's going on. And something else I wanted to talk about too that I seen was going on while I was live yesterday, while we was building yesterday, man, is the situation with Boots. Boots filing his lawsuit in excess of $1 million, man. Man, that's crazy. Shakur volunteer, you think you should campaign 135 on for at the same time? Focus on if I'll say this, if he really wants that fight at all next gen, then I'll say go get it. But understand if you go get that fight at 140, I would say stay there and just, you know, campaign there. So that's how I look at it. Either be willing to go to 140 and just fight him and campaign there, or just, you know, focus on 35. Try to do what you could do there, clear it out as much as you can. I mean, make the biggest and best fights for you there. If you can't do that, then move on. Get what I'm saying? But I'll say if that a Teal fight is something he really wanted, go get it. Go get it and beat him up. Because look, man, people said they want. I think he more skillful than Teal. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a smarter fighter too, more put together, mentally stronger fighter. I think he'll beat him. Slav said, when casual fans, when they actually see boxing, they call it running, especially maximum fan base. Cause you know what? A lot of times people understand that it's not running, bro, but they just be salty with the outcome. Or a lot of you hear that a lot of times when guys be rooting for another fighter that is unable to cut the ring off and really get their offense on track. So you'll hear a bunch of people complaining that a dude ran or something like that. But I hate that running narrative in boxing. I just don't like it because it's just a poor excuse. Like, you never hear that from people that have great footwork, that are great at cutting the ring off and stuff like that. You don't hear that. usually hear from fighters that are undisciplined or trainers that can't teach their fighter how to cut the ring off with consistency. Like, I'll say this, like, there's people that be in survival mode, and then there's guys that have game plans with their movement. And I feel like, speaking of running, like more recently, the guy that got pegged as a running was Jermaine Ortiz. Imagine trying to sell the fact that a guy ran, but you're going to say Tio pushed the fight, but he threw less punches and landed less. You get what I'm trying to say? The guy that was doing all that moving threw more punches than you and landed more. So that's why I couldn't go with the whole he ran excuse. I was like, nah. He had a game plan. He utilized it. He knew what Tio wanted to do. He knew what his strengths was, and I think he took some of them away from him, neutralized what he liked to do, and he beat him. Don't wait too long. Big names are 140, move to 147. Right. I mean, try to make your next move your best move. You know what I mean? Edwin kept saying he's running, but yeah, he had more punches. I hate that. Valdez, he definitely didn't run. He was at times standing in front of Valdez, and I actually got him clipped with a couple times, a couple shots in a row that I remember in that fight. But people just like narratives, man. Like that dude, I seen consecutive fights in a row where he fought guys in the pocket, pieced them up, got stoppages and everything, or knockdowns, beating guys up pretty good. And you will never really hear the credit being given. But the minute it's not what you want it to be, they jump all over it. I don't see him as no runner. Just see him as he understands the game, and he trying to, he trying to see longevity in this game. And you see it by not getting your ass beat every time you get in the ring. It is hit and not get hit. You got to play chess. It's a chess match. And especially when you're a guy that's not a pure puncher, you're going to fight to your strengths. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to fight a style of fighting that's going to allow your guy to have opportunities to knock your head off. It's a reason why his defense is the best in the game. You get what I'm saying? It's a reason for that. It's a reason for it. But yeah, man, about the Jaron Ennis, man, Boots situation with him filing his lawsuit. Like I said, stuff like that, you hate to see it. You hate to even hear about it. You like to just hear that he got a return date. Like we was hearing that he was coming back, I think maybe around the summertime. Now it's like it's some question as to what's really going on with Boots and how this lawsuit came about, man. It seemed like he in a sticky situation. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate because all he wanted to do was fight. And it seemed like one of the reasons that he cited in that lawsuit was lack of fights. You get what I'm saying? I think what did he get? 10 fights in, and he was short some fights. And then this damn judgment is in excess of $1 million. So this is unfortunate to see this with Boots, man, because you would rather just want to see him go in there and get the fights in, man. Pros are on a hit. They need to be damaged in the amateurs. Yeah, but the thing is, man, scoring is scoring. It ain't about it being the amateurs. It's scoring is scoring. It's a point system, right? So everybody is not going to be a big puncher. Everybody's punches ain't going to do the most damage. That's just what it is. Jermaine Ortiz is not no type of concussive puncher or none of that. So, you know what I mean? Does that change the fact that he still was landing good power shots? It's like, you get what I'm saying? You just got to give credit. It's hard to take away from somebody because they don't punch as hard as the other guy. You'll be like, well, that guy landed the harder punches, so I got to give it to him. I hate that. It's like, nah, you got outlanded and out hustled. So to me, you know what I mean? I just feel like it's not running. And some guys just not big punchers, right? And at the end of the day, the fight is probably not going to be as exciting. I get it, but that's just the style of certain guys. Some guys just not big punches like that. Oh, my bad. Celestial Being was good. He said it was really going on Boots. She said, I'm doing one face anyone. Virgil T, Tim Zoo, Connor. Yeah, man, he got some type of he got a lawsuit going on right now. Got a lawsuit. The heart of the complaint is focused on Ennis' gross inactivity in relation to the number of bouts promised from a signed agreement he entered in 2019 with Now Boxing. The 4-year agreement called for Ennis to fight 4 times each in years 1 and 2 of the agreement, and 3 times each in the 3rd and 4th years. Ennis has fought just 10 times in more than 5 years since he signed with Now Boxing, which has previously been run by Cameron Duncan, you know, who passed away, RIP to Cameron Duncan. And yeah, man. Furthermore, the complaint alleges that Ennis was not offered any fights by the company since his 10th round stoppage against Romain Villa last July 9th in Atlantic City. So it's basically having issues getting fights. It seemed like it's just something you don't want to hear, man. You just want to see Boots get his opportunities because you know he deserves them, right? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. 24 power and should. Nah, man. Look, I can't tell you how to feel about a fight, but Jermaine Ortiz not landing, the most biggest punches don't change the fact that he was landing shots. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell nobody that train for power so that you hit harder. Like, that's that sound crazy. Like, you just are who you are. And Jermaine Ortiz, the style, just because you didn't like it didn't mean it wasn't effective. Like, what kind of game plan did Teofimo have? How could you be even advocating for a guy that came in with no game plan, running in with his hands down by his waist and complaining and being frustrated that a guy wouldn't stand still so he could punch him? There's no way I'm making a case for Teofimo with all that mouth he got, saying how good he is. He levels above everybody, and come to find out that you're not good on your front foot and you're not good with moving targets. Sandor Martin exposed something in you, and Jermaine Ortiz more recently. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. It's not the most offensively pleasing fight, but I still can't discount the work you're doing because you say, oh, them punches ain't landing hard enough, so I can't count them. Like, what? It's hit and not get hit. They're landing shots. They're scoring shots. So they count. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I think that's where people get it mixed up. They get their feelings mixed up in reality. Like, I get how you feel about it, but it still don't change the fact that those punches that you feel like ain't landing that hard, they're landing hard enough. Why is Teofimo not cutting the ring? Why is he following him around for 12 rounds and not changing tactics? What in-fight adjustment did Teofimo make for 12 straight rounds? Being the champion. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot to look at on that side and be like, all right, you get what I'm saying? So as well as he might not been as exciting offensively, neither hell was Teofimo. He landed even less shots and threw less. With all this coming forward he was doing, all that bluffing, all that weird stuff he was doing. Nah, and again, I respect people that come in the fight with game plans. I could separate the fact that, yeah, it's not the most entertaining, right? But I can still look at it from a boxing standpoint and say, hey, man, he figured something out and he executed. And he had Teo looking bad and looking for answers. And the only thing missing from that performance, like I said, was the classic one-liner, do I still got it? That's the only thing that was missing, because that's exactly how I felt watching that fight. I was like, oh, this Sandor Martin type Teo right here. Teo tries to tank 7-round TKO. I mean, look, that's how you feel. I don't know. Tank always get brought up. Tank, listen, how you gonna trash somebody that you said you on record saying you gonna stay away from? How Teo gonna trash Tank and he say he won't even fight him? You ain't never heard Tank say that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I see how you feel, but again, tell Teo he gotta want to get in there first. Man, T's got to get Matias and Haney next. And I don't know where Jermaine gonna go. He just got a bad route. He just got another raw bad. I mean, Loma wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad decision. I think he lost it down the stretch, but I think he beat Teo. You know what I mean, salute to my guy, all things made for Teo win. Nah, listen, it's not an argument with me. I just see it the way I see it, right? You can see for Teo. That's the thing with boxing. It's a conversation. What I'm saying is what I'm saying. Teo, obviously, the judges seen it for him, right? So what I'm saying is just my opinion. It was a close fight. Because people didn't like the way Ortiz performed, they just give it to Teo. But what are you basing it on if you have the numbers in front of you and the numbers show that a guy that you say was running, that wasn't standing still, he was moving the whole night, through more punches and landed more. It's a tough sell to me that the other guy wanted it more. No, Jermaine Ortiz had more of a game plan. Teo was the bigger puncher. Do people understand the reason for the movement? Like, are they just act like he was just in there just moving for no reason? Like, it was a method to his madness. He made Teo miss a lot. Show me another fight in Teofimo's whole career where he missed that many shots. Show me another one. You get what I'm saying? He made that dude look very average on the front foot. He looked horrible at times. Following him around the ring, hands by his hips. I'm not making no case for no crybaby because you want your man to stand right. Yeah, stand right in front of me so I could beat you up. No, stand right here and fight. That's amateur time, amateur night at the Apollo, man. I'm not. My job is to frustrate you, to confuse you, to keep you all balanced, to make you think, to exploit where your weaknesses is at. Now, look, I want to be clear. It's not the most exciting offensively, but it was effective. It was a method to his madness where if you look at on the other side, Teofimo had no game plan. He was just in there. His father didn't make an adjustment. I don't know what the hell he was telling him in the corner. They fought every round pretty much the same way and thought they was going to get a different result. And that's really the definition of insanity. That's how they approached that fight. They made no adjustments, fought every fight the same. They fought every round the same way, and they expected that guy to just stop because he was frustrated. Remo said that tall Japanese fight been exposed to when he boxed his ass. I'm telling you, I don't want to fight tall guys no more. You know what I mean? Tell you what's good with it, bro. That fight wasn't even close. Telling you, bro. It's not like a bad thing, but I get why people make cases for both. But for me, why I'm harder on Teo because I held him to a higher standard, so I expected more. And it came out of his mouth. He ain't think Jermaine Ortiz even belong. He's surprised Jermaine Ortiz got to this level. He didn't think he was that good. Like, so part of me feel like you kind of little slightly overlooked him and just listen to the interviews and stuff. He spent way more time talking about Terence Crawford and other people than he was Jermaine Ortiz. I was like, hey man, you got a real challenge in front of you. Then you got in there and that man made you, you know what I mean? He gave you a run for your money. So it's one of them fights. It's a close fight, but I'm just giving Jermaine Ortiz more credit because too many people labeled him some type of runner. I think he did a hell of a job, way better job than running. You get what I'm saying? I think you get what I'm saying, and I want people to address that, like or think about that. The guy that you think moved all night still threw more punches and was more busy. So you get what I'm saying? You might not like the approach and the style. You're like, man, you gotta stand your ground a little bit more. I get it, but it's like not if it's in the while I'm doing this, while I'm moving. It's not like it wasn't working, right? And this guy just constantly pressing. Like you wasn't doing nothing different. And had he been able to cut the ring off with some consistency and position himself better to get his offense on track, he would have had a different outcome. Where was his jab at all night? You get what I'm saying? Like he was bugging in there. He wasn't focused in that fight to me. And admit they hold the top roster high stand. Yeah, hell yeah, you gotta hold him. Teofimo's a hell of a fighter, bro. Hell of a fighter. Fully focused and locked in. He's fun to watch, and he'd be hard to beat. But the last Thursday was one of those examples of just not looking your best. And he had better nights than that one. You get what I'm saying? He had better nights than that. Might want to do WeBuildBoxing, like running. I'm telling you, right? That's why I'm like, yo, you just can't expect that a guy is supposed to stand in front of you and oblige you while you beat him up. You get what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. What was real robbery, Luke versus Ramos? It's crazy, right? I get that. I get it, because my initial feelings when I watched the fight is Ramos pulled it off too. But then just trying to understand maybe the reasoning for the judges siding with Lubin. You know what I mean? Conspiracy theories aside, just something that I thought maybe because Ramos started so fast and he slowed down and it was a considerable drop off in his activity where Lubin kind of was a slower and steady pace, right? Where he kind of kept it consistent throughout, but it wasn't a high work rate or nothing, right? He kind of bided his time. He was defensive. He was smart. He made Ramos miss at times. He did give up his back more than I wanted to see him do, where it allowed Ramos to get all combinations and stuff like that. But it got to a point in the fight where Ramos slowed down considerably, in my opinion. Maybe this is what the judges saw. Lubin stayed the pace. It was easier to see a guy that started that fast slow down. And then on top of that, Lubin did some good work. And I think he got some bad advice toward the end of the fight. They changed tactics, and instead of keeping, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they kind of did that. They fixed what wasn't broke, and he changed tactics at the end. And I think he kind of let up on some of them later rounds, and he allowed Lubin to win. GP in the building was good. My guy said, "Was they placing Teal's win on?" I'm yet to hear a credible answer. Oh, yeah, nah, it's hard to really give him a win. GP can't just pity pat from the outside, touch glove, grazing skin, expecting. And that I get that, but I think the punches were more effective than what people realize. You get what I'm saying? It's still punches. Punches hurt at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Tio wasn't enjoying it, and if a guy is pity patting, bro, I'm going to get his ass. You get what I'm trying to say? How many athletic guys do you know that are bad on the front foot? Those two things almost don't even go together, right? Athletic and being bad on the front foot at that. You know what I mean? So that it was some areas of weakness was exploited. I don't want to say exposed. I want to say exploited. You know what I mean? Put on display in that fight. You know what I mean? His impatience was put on this display. The fact that he over relies on athleticism was on display. The fact that, you know, I think him and his father lacked a real game plan in there was very evident. I just didn't see much of a game plan. I didn't see no adjustments that really made sense. I just seen a guy going in there trying to figure it out. He looked like he really freestyled that fight. Like, I'm so serious. He like he freestyled the fight in terms of a game plan. Like, let me just see if I can win. Let me go in here and wing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not going to cut it, bro. That's why another reason why I can't give it to Tio, because I don't know what your game plan was. You know what I mean? That's how off you looked. You know what I mean? No consistency. And again, nobody really took the fight and ran with it by any stretch, but like in the rounds, they were, you know, not just runaway rounds, right? They were close, but I still think, you know, Jermaine Ortiz was just he had a better game plan, doing the better work. And then the punches wasn't the heaviest, but again, it was a method to his madness. And I don't recall nobody making Tio miss that much in any of his fights. He missed all night to me. He missed a lot. You know what I mean? A lot. Man, I'm talking about we going to stop him under 7. Yeah. Tio stop. Yeah, I knew Tio wasn't stopping him. That was my question, though. I thought he was going to beat him. I said, like, my questions was, how convincingly could he beat him, and can he be the first one to stop him? And I don't think he didn't do either. It was tough. And but see, the thing is, with the offensive fighting, is it offensive if you're coming forward, following me around the ring, throwing punches, missing, and not really landing? I'm not giving you credit because you want to be offensive. Yeah, think about it, Champy. He's the power puncher. Yeah, he wants to come forward. You get what I'm trying to say? Ortiz is not a big puncher, right? He's more of a boxer. So of course he want to box more. So naturally, Tio being the heavier puncher, the more proven puncher, is the guy that, you know what I mean, is more frustrated about not having the opportunities when his guy is standing right in front of him, right? He wanted his guy to stand there. Jermaine Ortiz didn't have a problem with anything Tio was doing. You get what I'm saying? Just think about it from that perspective. Like, one guy was visibly frustrated with the style and the other guy was cool. Like, he controlled the pace of the fight because, you know what I mean, he controlled the geography with the movement, and he kept Tio all balanced pretty much all night. You know what I'm saying? And it's always a conversation. And here's nothing like, notice I don't say facts after everything I say. I'm just giving my thoughts on it. You know what I mean? Give you something else to consider. You know what I mean? I can't give you credit just for coming forward and following a guy. You got to show me that, yeah, I'm going to cut this ring off. I'm going to stay patient. I know he's moving a lot, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to stay patient. I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to position myself, and I'm going to let my hands go when I get in position. Tio wasn't doing that. He was missing a lot, complaining, and he was looking lost. And him and his dad, respectfully, they didn't have any answers. They didn't have no adjustments for that amount of movement. And then again, this is the second fight within, what is it? You fought Sandor, Taylor, and then Jermaine. So in your last two of your last three fights, you pegged these dudes as runners. You said Sandor Martin was a runner. Think about it. They was trying to say Sandor Martin ran from Mikey Garcia and he outboxed them. You get what I'm trying to say? So that runner tag is just weak. That's when somebody has a better game plan than you and don't want to stand in front of you. Like, I feel like Karen, when he fought Boots, that dude was literally in there to survive. Jermaine Ortiz wasn't in survival mode. It was a game plan that he executed. It's different. Karen didn't execute a game plan because he didn't offer up any offense really to say that, yo, I'm really trying to win this fight. At least with Jermaine Ortiz, he has the numbers on his side that say, look, even though I moved this much, I still threw more and landed more. It's hard to take that from him. You get what I'm saying? How could you take it from him? You get what I'm saying? If I'm really pressing a fight, you think I'm gonna really throw more punches than what I did. He didn't do it. Just followed that man around the ring, and him and his pops just didn't have an answer. William Old School was good, my brother. How you feeling? Remo said it was disgusting that Jermaine didn't get the win from the judges. And then your pro, man, I'm telling you, bro, that it's just a tough, like when you see the numbers, man. And I don't get caught up in like what I know my preference is as a fight fan, what I wanted to see versus what happened. Like people have this idea of how they felt like the fight should have played out or how Jermaine Ortiz should have approached it. But because he didn't do that, they're like, man, he lost. Nah, bro, had a better game plan than that dude, man. And that's the second time I've seen it, because we seen this before with Sandor Martin. Again, in the Sandor Martin fight, what was his game plan, y'all? What was his game plan in that fight? What was he doing? He got dropped in that fight and everything. What was his game plan in there? He was following that dude around, jumping in, and he got caught with a shot. You get what I'm trying to say? He wanted to convince the world that he ran too. They said Kambosos ran. They said Kambosos was running from him. Like every time somebody getting his ass, give him a tough day, they ran. Kambosos ran, Sandor ran, Jermaine Ortiz ran. And Kambosos had your joint on dubs. He had you leaking. Like, yo, he was fighting your ass. Like, you can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't. That's why I don't give him the benefit of the doubt with that runner tag. Like, nah, bro. At this point in your career, y'all should have figured out how to deal with movers. You know what I mean? And it goes to show you that Sandor Martin, man, it was more to that than what meets the eye, man. That was a tough performance for a number of reasons. That dude is just not good, but with fighters that move a lot. And George had him down. George was on his ass. Jorge Kambosos was on him. I expect better from Ortiz. That's why I say he was running. That's not a performance he was going to win a title. I want to say this. I noticed this. It's this belief, like, you know, to beat the champ, you know, you got to take it from him. That's just a saying in boxing. Like, unless we're not going by, you know, the point system and scoring a fight. Again, I don't get it. I'm not saying that's how I want to see everybody fight a fight, but for that specific fight, with the style of fighter that the two guys are, with the things that Teofimo possessed and the things that make him good. When is Teofimo at his best? When you are in front of him. The fact that I'm seeing a fighter that's conscious and aware enough from an IQ standpoint to understand I'm not going to stand right in front of this dude at no point in the fight. I'm going to make it hard for him. You get what I'm saying? You got to get what I'm saying. So there's no way I'm standing right in front of this dude. Like, for no reason at all. You get what I'm knowing that's what he want to do. Yeah, he hit harder. He got a little bit more pop. I'm going to take that from him. I'm going to neutralize his power by not, you know, by presenting a moving target, not a stationary one. It's the thought that went into it. It was deeper than just running. To see if he was in survival mode. Karen was in survival mode. Jermaine Ortiz was not. You get what I'm saying? He outthought Teofimo. He didn't like it, bro. Kendrell was good with it, fan. Ortiz didn't want to win top rank. He didn't want to win top rank. Didn't want Ortiz to win. They gave him enough sympathy with the close loss from another few relevant fights. I mean, look, I can't argue how you seen it. I think he did want to win. I think that's part of the reason he fought the way he did. I think it's this misconception with, if you don't stand there and trade, or if you don't dog it out or stand your ground more, then you really didn't want to win. I think the fact that he stayed disciplined with a game plan that clearly was working the entire night and frustrating the guy showed, in fact, that he indeed wanted to win. And he wanted to do it on his terms. Like, it's crazy, like, when we tell a guy to go out there and perform and then they do it and we like, nah, you ain't perform like this, so you ain't win. You ain't do it how I had it in my head. So, yeah, I don't like that performance. Yeah, nah, you ain't want to win. Nah, he definitely wanted to win, bro. Like, he performed like a guy that wanted to win. Straight up to me. Like, the fact that he ain't stand his ground more to me don't mean he didn't want to win. It just means that he was very aware that a guy was weak and not strong, not good on his front foot. And he has some holes in his game. And you got to at least think about it. It's like people halfway critiquing it. They're just criticizing the amount of movement, but they're not speaking to the effect that it had on Teofimo. You're not speaking to how effective it was. You get what I'm saying? I've seen guys try to move a lot and still get beat up. Like, he really moved and made this dude frustrated with Teo was taking steps back, sitting in the corner of the ropes waiting. Like, it don't get no more clear cut than that. If I see that, even I identify with, yeah, that's not the most entertaining, but now I understand it from an IQ game plan standpoint, so I respect it. I'm like, oh, okay, you making this dude miss and you catching him with shot. You're outboxing him. It's boxing 101. You literally boxing 101. That's what it was with a lot of movement, and people didn't like it. But the movement is what kept Teofimo off balance. The movement is why Teofimo wasn't consistent on offense at all the entire night. So although it's like it's not the most offensively pleasing fight, but it's effective and it's working. So effective that it got the other dude not throwing as many punches as he would like. He can't set his feet like he would like. He can't land the power shots that he would like with any kind of consistency. Name me another Teofimo fight where you've seen him miss that many shots. You've never seen it. Not like that. You get what I'm saying? So Loma didn't even make him miss like that. You get what I'm trying to say? Loma, that's Mr. Matrix, and he angles this and angles that. Teofimo went in there with Jermaine Ortiz and couldn't deal with that, man. That's what I seen. If his feet were up to par, it'd probably be having a different conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Notice Loma didn't complain about him moving. Loma didn't complain about Ortiz moving. He moved in that fight too. He boxed and used the ring in that fight. If y'all seen it, I know y'all seen it. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. Lomachenko, you don't hear him complain about nobody using the ring. You get what I'm saying? You just don't hear that. Errol Spence, you don't hear that dude complain about dudes running. Go get you. That's what I'm saying. You got the feet to go get you. He cut the ring off. You ain't never see that man follow nobody for 12 rounds. And the fact that he did that instead of cutting the ring off, I just don't give him, you know what I mean? I credit Ortiz for being smarter than him and having the patience and the discipline to execute a style of fight that people just might not necessarily, favor. You know what I'm saying? He still went out there and he fought a better fight. You know what I mean? He fought a better fight than Teofimo. It's like every boxer gonna fight against a pressure fighter. More times than not, they not standing there, bro. Ambrose was whooping Teo ass. He was taking it to him, and they still try to make it seem like he ran from him. Like, he beat him up, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He put out I feel like enough offense for people to recognize that he wasn't in survival mode and he really was trying to win. I get it. You want to see him more stand your ground. I'm not against that, but it's a method to his madness, and the fact that it was effective is why I got to acknowledge it. You get what I'm saying? I got to give him credit for it because it worked. You know what I mean? All night. So salute to Jermaine Ortiz. Hopefully he don't get too down about this loss and he get another fight where he could get back into the mix, man. Well, let's move on, man. Floyd made dude miss and pay for that shit for put hands on dudes. Yeah, he did, but they still said he was a runner too at the core of everything. Still said he was a runner with no power. You know what I mean? Don't hit hard. So salute the Boots, man. Hopefully he work his situation out. It basically seemed like it was some discrepancy on them keeping him active and getting him the right kind of fights and stuff like that. And it's just a weird situation to be in. Hopefully we do see Boots before the year out. I hope this don't cause him to be any more inactive than what he's already been. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to see no extremely long layoff for Boots, and that'd be kind of weak for a guy that just all he want to do is go in there and prove it. Cambosis was on TOS though, but something else I wanted to play too, y'all. Talk about while we here, man. I seen a little short interview from Devin Haney on his own platform, man. He talked about, this upcoming fight with Ryan, saying how he got better, he's evolved, and Ryan hasn't. He also said something interesting about who he believes is the face of boxing and who is now a big draw. We're going to talk about, I don't know how you can have a special talent like Boots and not get them fights. It's tough because between guys turning them down and then, that other side of it is just people not really being on top of their jobs, it seemed like, because it seemed, they saying he ain't been offered no fights since the Romain Vila fight. That's wild. There's no reason why he should be sitting on the sideline for any stretch of the imagination. That dude really liked that, and he should be getting the opportunities to prove it. go toe to toe. Yeah, street fighting and brawling are arts of fighting. Boxers are supposed to accumulate points based on skill, not engage in knockdown, drag out fights. Especially if you want longevity, bro. If you want longevity, Celestial Being. I just try to want people to understand. I truly understand where y'all coming from when y'all say, like, you know, you want to see more activity and action and offense. I get it, but I also make exception to those fights where a guy tweaks his style or adjusts the game plan according to the guy he's fighting. Like, you can't find another Jermaine Ortiz fight where he moved that much. And I think if you just look at the guys that he fought, it might be safe to say Teo might be one of the bigger punchers out of the guys he fought. So I can understand the reason for the movement. You get what I'm saying? I'm Pretty Boy Floyd. Yeah, if they think he around the year, they foolish, bro. Foolish. Mike, even Money May wasn't no damn runner. He just was so much smarter and better than y'all. About to ask you about the Haney interview. Yeah, this little short interview where he talked about, I got you. Coming right up, Boots Over the Hill fight was going to be Virgil, but you know how that went. Yeah, I thought so too, Tay. Y'all smash the like button. We're going to cook for a little while longer. Let me play this. This is from Devin Haney on The Zone. He said, I've gotten better. Ryan Garcia hasn't.
Fight with Ryan Garcia was just announced. Tell me, now you're going to be adding Ryan Garcia to your already stacked list of your resume of fighters. How does it feel adding another superstar on there?
Yeah, I mean, that was all part of the plan. You know, taking these guys checking them off my checklist, you know, putting them all on my resume, and Ryan Garcia is just another name.
And I have to ask about your past with Ryan. I know you guys fought in the amateurs, 6 fights total, 3-3.
Yeah.
What are some of the strengths that you remember from back then?
I mean, Ryan has always been a good fighter, you know, since we were kids. But, you know, I felt like, you know, over time, I've just, you know, grown past him, you know, gotten a lot better, where Ryan kind of, you know, stayed the same. And that's for me to show on April the 20th.
And
mine wasn't that active on his back foot, but he still was more active than Teofimo, who was on his front foot the whole night. So just think about that. The guy that ran, that was on his back foot, on his bike, as they were saying all night, still was more active than the so-called guy that was pressing the fight on his front foot. Let that sink in. Just tell me. That's why to me, Ortiz beat him to me. He just got a bad decision. And I think even if he fought a different way and was more offensive and did even more, I think he still would have got a decision. He wouldn't have got the decision because they clearly pushing Teo. They both be captains. Pinocchio versus the Bull Crowd. B-Dog was good with it. Loom was active on the back foot. Ortiz wasn't. Yep, it's cool, but Ortiz was still more active than the guy he was fighting. He might not have been as active as Lubin on the back foot or, you know, Floyd on the back foot, but he was more active on the back foot than Teo was on the front foot. At least that's what the punch stats say in total. He still was more active. So it's hard. It's hard for me to make a real case about activity when he still was more active than the guy that they said he ran from. You get what I'm saying? Or he should have did a lot more. He should have did a lot more. Ortiz was bloody by Teo. No, that was a headbutt, bro. He wasn't bloody by Teo. That was the headbutt. Yeah, the accidental head clash got him bloody, but it wasn't no punches.
Ryan announced the fight today. I quote him. He said, he prays for your dad to stop the fight. What do you have to say about that?
Well, listen, Henry, his dad is going to be there too. So we'll see who stops it. I think his dad will be the one throwing in the towel and stopping the fight.
And this is a mega fight. How does it feel being part of these mega fights? Last year we saw Ryan fight Tank and really setting promotions aside and making these fights happen. How does it feel being an integral part of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, after the last fight, I said, you know, I've done the legacy fights. You know, I got the belts. I did that. I'm in history books forever.
Yeah,
but now it's about making the biggest fights happen for the most amount of money and to make big events. And here we are with it's going to be, you know, arguably the biggest fight of 2024. I think the biggest fight. You know, it's going to be a mega event.
And what is this fight going to do for your career?
I mean, it's going to catapult me. It's going to prove that I am the new face of boxing. I am the man, and you know, I'm a huge draw.
What can fans expect?
Talk to him.
I mean, it's going to catapult me. It's going to prove that I am the new face of boxing. I am the man. You know, it's going to be a mega event.
And what is this fight going to do for your career?
What this fight going to do?
It's going to prove that I am the new face of boxing. I am the man, and I'm a huge draw.
What can fans expect to see on April 20th?
Talk to him,
Fireworks. It's been a long time coming. Like you said, we're 3-3 in the amateurs, and this is number 7. So this is time to seal the deal. To prove who's a better man, who's gotten better since the amateurs. Who's developed into the pros better, and it's time for me to show the world how great I really am.
And how do you see this fight ending?
We see Ryan quit before. And I think that this won't be anything different. I think once you have that quit in you, it's installed in you. You know how to do it, and I think he'll quit on April the 20th.
All right, Devin, you and Ryan are both only 25 years old and have already played a huge role. How does it feel being an inspiration to so many of the younger generation?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. We're two young guys that started our pro career in Mexico. We got off to an early start, and now we're two huge stars in the sport of boxing, and we're about to put on a huge event. We're two young guys that started our pro career in Mexico. We got off to an early start, and now we're two huge stars in the sport of boxing, and we're about to put on a huge event, for boxing. And I'm happy to be one of the guys to inspire the younger generation, especially with Ryan. Us being so young, we could be labeled as prospects right now, because we're that young. There's prospects that are our age, but I'm a champion. Ryan Garcia is looking to become a champion, which he won't. But I'm happy to be that guy that the younger generation can learn from and look forward to.
And we talked a little bit about your resume of fighters that you fought. Tell me, how has that helped you? How has that experience against Lomachenko, against Regis, against Kambosos, how is that going to help you on April 20th?
Yeah, I mean, experience, matters, and especially at that high level. And Ryan does not have that experience. Ryan has not fought the guys that I fought. And I feel like my experience, being in there with a guy like Loma, me going to Australia not once but twice, fighting in front of 40,000 people, that molded me for these times. And on April 20th, I will show it.
All right, you heard him. Fireworks, April 20th.
Okay.
Dream Haney.
Y'all heard it from the new face of boxing himself. Y'all heard it from the new face of boxing himself. Mr. Big Draw Haney himself. We heard him. Y'all heard what he said. Said this fight gonna be a mega fight. It's gonna be the biggest fight this year so far. They're gonna do numbers. You know what I'm saying? This fight gonna show that he the new face of boxing. Not only the new face of boxing, he a big draw, is what he said. Well, look, I could go a lot of different ways with this, but truth be told, look, I hope that this fight do good numbers. I hope I'll do his last 2 pay-per-views combined. To be honest with you, I get no pleasure or joy if the pay-per-view don't do good. But at the same time, I don't get paid from it either, so it don't affect me. But as a fight fan and a guy that genuinely root for the fighters, I like to see these dudes do good inside, outside the ring. I like to see their events sell and do well, because it's good for the overall sport as well as the individual fighters that's involved, right? So I would like for this fight to dictate that. Now, the face of boxing stuff, that's just fighter talk, right? Hey, I could never mind that. That's fighter talk. You ain't no damn face of boxing. Fighting Ryan Garcia after he got knocked out by Tank, even if you beat him and you knocked him out, wouldn't make you the face of boxing. I understand your ambition, your willingness to think that way. Like you putting that energy into the air, right? You trying to put that, you know what I mean? You speaking highly of yourself. I get it. That's not exactly the perception and thing. That's not really where you at. You get what I'm saying? You're not the face of things, right? But you can, fights like this continue to move your profile in the right direction, I think, so you can continue to build yourself as this star that you want to be, right? I think having Ryan Garcia's name attached on the bill with yours could put up some solid numbers. I actually do. I think they could actually not lose money on this fight. I think y'all could all together. I think being that y'all was 3-3 in the amateurs, you get what I'm saying? Y'all got some history going on there, right? it's a willingness to want to see y'all dudes fight. You get what I'm saying? People was gonna want to see y'all fight. I personally can't wait to see it. I think it's gonna be a good scrap. You know what I mean? They're gonna sell at one point, grouped out 100,000. That's crazy. That'd be wild. They got all do good numbers, nearly as much as not nearly as much as Tank and Ryan, right? But a career payday for Dev, career payday, and I think the numbers could potentially do better than both of his previous pay-per-views, if not both of them combined. That's just me, because I think Ryan might have some drawing power. I think the history between them two, that 3-3, you know, their little push, they got some stuff to sell this fight, man. They actually want to go in there and fight. And respect to Ryan, because he had been that stepped in there with 2 of the 4 kings, and much respect to him for doing so. Win, lose, or draw. So, you know, Dev saying this makes him a draw and all that stuff, that's fighter talk. He's supposed to speak that way. He's speaking it to existence. It's going to be pushback with it. I ain't got to go too hard on it. I get where he going. He the man in his own right? That's how you continue to build yourself, build your name, keep making fights that people want to see. And, you know, win them and win impressively and just keep it moving, right? So hope this fight does numbers. Hope it does well. Over or under 125. I think it'll do well over that. I'm thinking 3 to 450 or something. 350 to 450. Let me say that. 350. I don't usually guess. Let me say 350 to 450 possibly. I mean, not much buzz at all. I think it'll pick up as it get closer, but I think one of the reservations for people in this fight could be the fact that they know Ryan Garcia is a guy that hasn't been the most trustworthy in the past. Like, he has shown the willingness to pull out of fights and you get what I'm saying, not make it there. So I think that's always a possibility when dealing with Ryan. So I don't know, man. We just gotta wait and see how these things translate over to the people. But I don't see why people wouldn't want to see this fight. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, that the history they got alone, you know what I mean? They little WWE shoving match could have been, you know what I'm saying? Could have been enough. Devin copy everything Tank do. Well, now he want to call himself. Yeah, I mean, that he set himself, excuse me, y'all. He set himself up for it with the face of boxing comment. I mean, but me as a fight fan, I get where he going with it. He just trying to put that energy out into the air. And I think part of him believes that. I think part of him believes that, you know, he's making some of the biggest and best fights in boxing. And because of that, he feel like he's the quote unquote new face. But I think that's a tough sell. That's a tough sell, bro. Because what Tank said, that's why he beat Ryan. And Devin want to call himself the face. Dude thirsty to drink Tank water. You never had Tank following. Somebody said something interesting before. They said the goal for Devin Haney and Team Haney is to be Tank, not beat him. Said the goal is never to beat him, but to beat him, if you get what they're saying. So, man, that's just something I heard somebody say recently. I thought it was interesting, but we'll see. He's not the face. Beating Ryan doesn't make him the face. Is it a mega fight? I don't think it's a mega fight, but the numbers could tell otherwise. I think it's a very, very good fight for boxing. I think it needs to happen. I think people genuinely will be interested in it, whether it be a mega fight or not. My initial response to that is no, right? My initial thoughts, but maybe the numbers show me otherwise. I don't know, but I think this will be very telling, though. The numbers will be very telling. The numbers will be very telling because you got people that's really trying to push that all these guys are these big time stars. And I just don't think that's the reality. You know what I mean? The fan bases of the fighter don't make them the star, if that makes sense. You know, all the boxing kind of got to get behind you in a sense to make you that kind of star. You know what I mean? It's just your fan base alone ain't going to cut it, is what I'm saying. Tank versus Teal. Tank stops Teal. I think he do too, Larry. 100%. I think Tank stops Teal. Ryan got more to prove than Devin. Ryan got to make up for that loss to Tank. The thing is, Dre, the fact that he getting in there with him, like already people expect him not to win, right? They expect him not to win anyway. I don't know, man. I don't. It's like he might have the most to prove, but Devin got more to lose, if that makes sense, because Ryan already lost, obviously, right? Ryan kind of playing with house money in a sense because he already ain't even expected to win. You get what I'm saying? So him doing good is a plus. You know what I mean? But he get completely boxed out the gym, ran out the arena or something, then that's different. Yeah, I think Tank could stop Teal. Tank is for sure, but they all look up to him. Talk to him, B-Dog. You know it. Or the money split between a note, not yet. I haven't heard anything about it. But what I will say in terms of commenting about the split, something that my bro Dub pointed out. He said the April 20th date is a golden boy date. So he said, don't be surprised if Ryan end up with the lion's share. See what I'm saying? So we'll see. Right. If his last 3 fights is Tank, Duarte, and Haney, I got nothing but respect for him for that. Tank, Duarte, and Haney, mad respect for it. Right, Larry? That's what I say. They've been done fought 2 of the 4 kings. You got to respect that. You have got to. Win, lose, or draw, too. The fact that he got in there, and you know he's going to try. He tried with Tank. Tank just beat him out of the ring. I believe he's going to try with Haney. And like KO said the other day, they had close fights in the amateurs. They went 3-3. There's no reason to believe that this fight can't be competitive, too. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to see. We're going to build on Shockey Foster fight tomorrow for sure. Because he got a fight coming up this weekend with Abraham Nova. Shock doing his thing at 130. I know with Abraham Nova, since taking that loss to Robisi, I know he ain't trying to lose again. So I expect that to be a good fight. I think Shock gonna get him. I think Shock gonna win. I got Shock in that one. I got Shock winning. Ryan getting that Ivan Drago treatment. Superman in the building was good, fam. Yeah, I got Shockey winning. I wonder could he press and get a stoppage though? I wonder. Bowler says just winning against Ryan enough for Devin. For him to get that clap. Nah. No. He gotta do more than that. He gotta win impressively. I don't think he gotta stop him, right? I think he gotta whoop his ass. Cause you see how he was just talking. I mean, look, KO was good with it, bro. He keep putting it on himself. Like he keep putting it on himself. He said he the new face of boxing. Say he the new face of boxing and a big draw now. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's funny, yo. Bro be tripping. He don't even be taking some time. I mean, let me see, man. That was funny. He said it though. The new face of boxing. I'm gonna play this one more time before we get out of the salute to the fan. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button too. But just for anybody that didn't catch this, right, real quick before we do get out of here.
You know, after the last fight, I said, you know, I've done the legacy fights. You know, I got the belts. About that. Well, listen, all on my resume and
adding another superstar on there.
Yeah.
All right, we are in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm here with Devin the Dream Haney. Now, your fight with Ryan Garcia was just announced. Tell me, now you're going to be adding Ryan Garcia to your already stacked list of your resume of fighters. How does it feel adding another superstar on there?
Yeah, I mean, that was all part of the plan. You know, taking these guys checking them off my checklist. You know, putting them all on my resume, and Ryan Garcia is just another name.
And I have to ask about your past with Ryan. I know you guys fought in the amateurs, 6 fights total, 3-3.
Yeah.
What are some of the strengths that you remember from back then?
I mean, Ryan has always been a good fighter, you know, since we were kids. But, you know, I felt like, you know, over time I've just, you know, grown past him, you know, gotten a lot better, where Ryan kind of, you know, stayed the same. And that's for me to show on April the 20th.
Mm-hmm. And Ryan announced the fight today. I quote him. He said he prays for your dad to stop the fight. What do you have to say about that?
Well, listen, Henry, his dad is going to be there too. So we'll see who stops it. I think his dad will be the one throwing in the towel and stopping the fight.
And this is a mega fight. How does it feel being part of these mega fights? Last year we saw Ryan fight Tank and really setting promotions aside and making these fights happen. How does it feel being an integral part of that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, after the last fight, I said, you know, I've done the legacy fights. You know, I got the belts. I did that. I'm in history books forever. But now it's about making, you know, the biggest fights happen for the most amount of money and to make, you know, big events. And here we are with it's going to be, you know, arguably the biggest fight of 2024. I think the biggest fight. You know, it's going to be a mega event.
And what is this fight going to do for your career?
I mean, it's going to catapult me. It's going to prove that I am the new face of boxing. I am the man, and you know, I'm a huge draw.
What can?
I mean, it's going to catapult me. It's going to be, you know, arguably the biggest fight of 2024. I think the biggest fight. You know, it's going to be a mega event.
And what is this fight going to do for your career?
I mean, it's going to catapult me. It's going to prove that I am the new face of boxing. I am the man, and you know, I'm a huge draw.
What can fans expect to see on April 20th?
I mean, it's going to catapult me. It's going to prove that I am the new face of boxing. I am the man, and you know, I'm a huge draw.
What can fans expect to see on April 20th?
You heard him.
Fireworks. You know, it's been a long time coming. Like you said, you know, we're 3-3 in the amateurs, and you know, this is number 7. So this is time to seal the deal. You know, to prove who's a better man, who's gotten better since the amateurs. You know, who's developed into the pros better, and it's time for me to, you know, show the world how great I really am.
And how do you see this fight ending?
We seen Ryan quit before. And I think that this won't be anything different. I think, you know, once you have that quit in you, you know, it's installed in you. You know how to do it, and I think he'll quit on April the 20th.
All right, Devin, you and Ryan are both only 25 years old and have already played a huge role. How does it feel being an inspiration to so many of the younger generation?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. You know,
that's pretty much the gist of it. He started talking about being being an example for the younger generation. That's what's up. Look, man, I said it before. Face of boxing, that's bold claims. That's fighter talk. That's him putting that energy into the air. And I think that's something that he's working towards. So he can talk how he talk. Look, I get it, man. People going to put back resistance on it. You're not no face of boxing. Beating Ryan Garcia definitely don't make you the face of boxing. I don't think it's a mega fight. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a reasonable fight. It's a good fight for the sport, right? It's not a bad fight. I ain't shitting on it. I'll watch it. I'll support it. I'm going to rock with it. Probably be here calling it live, right? But hopefully we see it 420. I don't got a dog in the race. I just want to see a good fight. They went 3-3. Those are competitive fights. Like I was saying, bro, there's no reason why, you know, a professional fight can't be competitive. I expect Devin to be able to outbox Ryan. Whether or not he'll knock him out, that's something different. I don't think that'll be the case, but I think the fact that the fight will possibly be expected to go to full 12 rounds, I think that will give Ryan opportunities to be successful. Now, whether or not he'll be able to take advantage of the opportunities, that's on him. But we know what he brings to the table, that left hook, the speed, the power. You know what I mean? He got a little bit more time with Derek James. Maybe that'll help him in this fight. But, you know, Devin Haney's obviously the more battle-tested, more experienced. They're about the same age, pretty much the same age. So no real advantages there. They're about the same size and height. Maybe Ryan got him by an inch or so. Dev got him a couple inches in reach. So, I mean, it should be a intriguing matchup, man. It's one where it'll be number 7 for them. You know what I mean? With the money on the line for all the marbles. I do think they can do some pretty decent numbers. Like I said, let's see if they do 350, 450. Man, I don't know, but let's see. Let's see, man. I got high hopes for him, man. Maybe 2, or should I say 250 to 350, something like that. But maybe. But we'll see, man. They should be able to get people to come out and watch this fight because it's a good one, man. I like the fight for both guys. And like I said, I expect Devin to be able to pull this off. Just a smarter boxer, more discipline, more experience, sharper. Got more versatility, more layers to his game at this point in his career. And like he said, some of those experience that he's had previous to this point has put him in position and kind of molded him for opportunities like this. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see if them being familiar with each other is is an advantage for one guy or the other, or if it just lead to it being a competitive but good fight. Hopefully it is. Beth and hello, good fight. Although definitely won't be compared. Haney by YUD. The only reason I say competitive, bro, because you know, the 3-3. I know that was years ago. I know they was amateurs, but those fights were competitive. I know they've grown since then. Like Haney says, he's evolved, but not so much with Ryan. But still, to some degree, he's still Devin and Ryan still Ryan, if that makes sense. So some of them tendencies and things could still be there. It ain't like they completely reinvented themselves, right? Since pros, and I know it's much different, but you get what I'm saying. They still familiar with each other. They've been in the ring 6 times. They won't be like, you know, in unfamiliar territory, I don't think, when they get in there with each other, is what I'm saying. So I think this will make for a good fight. Even in a wide decision can still be competitive. The rounds can be competitive, right? Rounds can be competitive, and then you know, if Haney is winning the majority of them, then obviously the scorecards will read a wide decision for him, right? But I think Ryan has the ability to make things very interesting down the stretch, man. I mean, in the fight period, while he upright, because I think he's going to try. And as long as he's trying, I think the fight will be entertaining. And the fact that, you know, Haney ain't the biggest puncher. He looked a bit stronger at 140. Let's see how it affects Ryan. This would be his first, actual fight at the weight class this time. So we'll see. But I expect to have the boxing. Salute to my brother Mike Kirkland back in the super chat. He said, when it comes to Devin, Canelo, I hope they lose against anybody they fight. They full of shit dudes to me. I get it, man. I've heard it all, Mike Kirkland. I've heard it all, my good brother. I get it. Salute to you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Well, we will find out in these next couple months, February, March, April. April will be here in no time, man. April will be here in no time. You'll see these two juggernauts in there mixing it up, man. Should be a good, cool scrap, man. And again, disappointed with Canelo and that half-ass announcement that he made. That was weak. I just don't see no Crawford fight happening, but again, we'll see, man. I just want to see the guy fight 68 pounders when it's all said and done, you know. And I seen a video. Sir Capital. I seen a video with Keyshawn Davis asking Oscar Delahoya about the Kid Austin fight, saying they both agreeing to it being this year. That sound good, but Oscar Delahoya just seemed like he was smiling and agreeing with it. Whatever Keyshawn was saying, yeah, this year, yeah, Vegas, yeah. Oscar just saying anything. Whether or not he's ready or willing to make that fight right now is something I'm not sure of. I don't think so. I believe it when I see it, but I think Keyshawn and Kid Austin on a collision course for good reason. They should run it at some point in their careers. I don't see one reason why they shouldn't fight. You get what I'm saying? Not one reason. Call them Sir Capalots. Ryan would be better served throwing short hooks to the body early on. I said that, Bole, that left hook to the body, bro. Left hook to the body. He got a good one. Got a good left hook to the body, Ryan Garcia do. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is the left hook to the body. Got a good one. You better try something, because other than that, you're going to be getting outpointed, picked apart. Nella really got me upset with the announcement for another announcement for someone. Yeah, we all know he facing in May. Yeah, it's going to be frustrating. If he did all of this to say he fighting Jamal Charlo, it's going to be wild. But what could you expect from Canelo nowadays, man? The guy is privileged, and he pretty much do what he want. He garner a lot of attention, bringing a lot of revenue. For that reason, they just continue to allow that man to do whatever the hell he wants to do. And it's unfortunate, but I don't think I can pay for another, like no Charlo type. I don't know if I got another one of them in me. I don't think so, y'all. So hopefully he make it worth our while, but some tell me it's going to be more of the same, man. Canelo doing what Canelo want to do. We're just going to have to sit through this BS. And salute to Shakur Stevenson. I seen him make a post while we wrapping up before we get out of here. I seen him say something about CI in June. He'll fight any and everybody. This is what I do. CI in June. Chasing greatness, man. Salute to him. Just more confirmation that this dude was never retiring. I never thought he was. The belt never went vacant. just was, I think, a typical reaction to the business of boxing, growing impatient and frustrated. You know, you're entitled to feel that way, but I think the battle should be fought off social media because, you know, you get more results that way, in my opinion, and less people in your business. So the speculation whether or not he's staying with Top Rank, some reports saying he turned down the extension, some people saying he re-signed. Just got to wait and see before I put any confirmation on that, but it's a good thing that he'll be back in June. I know that's a ways out, but, you know, it is what it is. He need to get that last fight on the contract out the way and figure out what his next move should be after that, man. Hopefully we just continue to see him be able to chase greatness at 35. If not, move up to 140 and go give people that work. You dig? Give people that work. Give people that work. But again, salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button for your bro. As y'all roll on out, man. Salute to everybody in the building, man. What time is it? 7:01. Okay, perfect timing. Salute to the fan. But again, another dope boxing build in the books. Those quick, his IQ, lack of cutting off the ring is going to get him hurt or drop. Yeah, particularly against Haney, that could be the reason why he can be getting outboxed, getting outpointed, getting his head tagged off his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Shakur going to prove that I was wrong. I believe so, man. Get back in there 100%, make up for, you know, the last fight. People saying Shakur already signed. Yeah, I hear it, but, you know, I also seen that he turned it down. I'll try to get a closer, a more for sure answer if possible, but right now, I hear the speculation. I don't know what he did because ain't nobody come out and really confirm. People are confirming it, but we'll see what he say. I seen a whole report saying he turned down a 5-fight, $15 million deal, but now I'm also seeing people say he resigned. So we're gonna see, man. We will find out in these coming weeks or whatever the case, days, whatever the case. You know what I mean? But again, salute to boxing. We're gonna keep pushing. Salute to Beth. Appreciate you, man. Much love and salute to everybody. Make sure y'all smash the like button on the way out. Make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all good Tuesday, man. We're gonna be back tomorrow to build some more, man. So let's see what tomorrow got in store for us. We got more T.O. clout chasing ass, with clout chasing Crawford. Salute to my brother, William Old School, my guy. All things. Big right hand. Big right hand. Good right hand.
Oh, yeah, oh, shit. Good right hand.
You don't say that shit. You don't say that shit. I say it your hand. Oh, shit.
Good eye.